A guy called Soundhammer Inc. Very nice chap. All right, and let's go live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, and today we are back. And we are a beleaguered crew here, it seems, at the moment. As Mr. Redundant is off, dying, Lindy is a little bit ill today, and Haley is somewhere disappeared into the ether. I can only assume that one of my monsters from Lovecraft has actually been born into reality via this game and hunting her down in real life. So she may be joining in a little bit with any luck. But let's us meet the cast and crew that we have with us currently and remind ourselves of what's going on. So we've got Lindy with us today, reprising her role as Nancy. How you doing, Lindy?
I'm doing fine. I'm a bit under the weather, but here, ready to die? Hopefully not. Nancy is going to be quite a bit lost without her Harvey and, Evelyn, but we'll see how she does today.
Fantastic. We also have Greg back today, reprising his role as Herb Patterson. How's it going, Greg?
Great. We who are about to die salute you.
Indeed.
I mean, this is tough with 4, man. This is going to be like
right.
I told Chat's coming through big time, man. But...
So here's the thing with games like this, I don't have any way to scale encounters. So they're scaled for 4 people, and that's basically it. So Lindy, remind us what Nancy looks like, and I'll throw up your artwork here as well.
All right. Nancy basically looks like a female Sherlock Holmes, but she's got red hair, green eyes. She typically has her pipe out, and usually a flask of whiskey as well. She's about a little on the short side, about 5'4", slender build, ready to investigate.
All right. And Greg, remind us of Herb.
Pat is 47 years old. He is a former Rough Rider. Very tan skin from being out in the sun, gray hair, ever-present cavalry hat on. He's about 5'10", wiry, broad of shoulder, and as I always say, the most impulsive of the group. And now that he doesn't have 3 buffers in front of him, this is going to be bad. It's going to be real bad.
Yes, I like that. Yes, War Strikes Right. It's only episode 2 of season 2, but yet I've managed to IRL kill Redundant and Haley. So we'll see if Haley gains back in. Redundant is off because he's not feeling too well today. We send him our love. But for his character Harvey, there is no safety in not turning up to a Call of Cthulhu session. In fact, it's probably even deadlier because you give control of your character to me. So that'll be fun. But let's remind ourselves of what happened last time on the show, because a hell of a lot happened. A hell of a lot of stuff went on last week. So, Greg, remind us where we started off last week on the Orient Express, traveling to Venice, and what the plan was there.
Correct. We were on the Orient, heading towards Venice, when we had a drop-in visitor, none other than Count Fenelick. Count Fenelick gave us an offer we couldn't refuse, where he would provide us certain boons. And he directed us towards the Gramanchi family, I believe, who was supposed to be in possession of one of the pieces of the simulacrum. Once we arrived in Venice, we basically kind of figured out a way to sneak in with the caterers, who in turn hired us for protection. While in the party, we met 2 inspectors from London. One of them had a striking resemblance to Hugh Grant. And
only in voice.
Only in voice, excuse me, pardon me. He sounded a hell of a lot like Hugh Grant. And then we, because of this weird area, we kind of localized that the simulacrum could be housed in the family mausoleum, which conveniently was at the other end of a maze, which conveniently reconfigures itself.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
And conveniently, someone's already been through the maze because we're tracking footsteps.
Yes, so you know that someone's around there. Yeah, you went to this Gramanchi late night children's doll party, which definitely seems like an odd affair. Alberto is there, and he's the guy organizing the catering, and you guys are kind of catering at this place. Yes, you met Mr. Tadbury, who is the Hugh Grant sound-alike, and his companion Charleston, who is a bit of a Sherlock Holmes type investigator, very much similar to Nancy. Those two are looking into a murderer on the streets of Venice. Seems like there's a serial killer about who are continuing to kill people in rather vicious and visceral ways, and they'd like to do it publicly, whoever this person is. So they are here to, they suspect, find a killer red-handed, as they're probably going to try and kill someone here. So it's late night. You're at a giant in a giant maze, looking to find a mausoleum because you believe that something is going on down there. You are with Evelyn and what's his name? Harvey. And at the end,
the human shield.
Yes, the human shield. And at the end of the last episode, something bizarre happened to Evelyn. Nancy, do you remember what happened with Evelyn and this certain bit of digging she did unexpectedly?
Well, didn't she find a skeleton of herself and made it take her teeth and drop it and shove it back into her face?
Well, her teeth turned to soap because of a wild magic surge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then to get her new teeth.
Yeah, a ton of wild magic hit Evelyn. Her teeth turned to soap. She found her own skeleton, which looks like it had been bashed in by hammers. And because her teeth were basically useless, I believe at the end of the last episode, Pat went in with the magic knife to perform the grafting spell to replace Evelyn's teeth. So kind of cutting them out of the skull of Evelyn, the dead one, and replacing it into her own gums in a particularly gory and gross manner. So you're in the garden maze. You're just performing this very vicious act, and you can hear that it's beginning to rain on you guys, and it's not pleasant where you are right now. It's dark. It's late. There's little light only from the lanterns that you have. And Pat, can you describe to me, please, how you are taking the teeth from one skull and placing those teeth into Evelyn?
Well, Pat remembers from his time during the war that, strangely enough, especially when you're dealing with cavalry soldiers, there tend to be a lot more mouth wounds than you would think. Guys getting thrown off a horse, having teeth chipped or knocked out, or being kicked by a horse. It happens more often than one might imagine. So he's basically cutting back to a couple of those that he saw where, people would have to extract broken teeth and pull them out by the root. And essentially what he's doing is he's going one by one, taking out a soap tooth, and which I'm assuming come out pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
And replacing it with its real tooth counterpart from the corpse. So it's basically like a puzzle, He's just has two identical puzzles, taking one piece out of the one puzzle and putting in its identical piece in the other. But as he's pulling, I'm assuming that especially with the skull, he's really got to get some torque behind it.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's a lot of, cussing and him kind of really getting in there and moving it, God damn it, and things like that as he pops each of these toothers out and puts them back in.
Oh, yes, I like it. I will also remind you guys as well that due to the ways you can affect the game, I suppose, as we dive in here, we saw it a lot last week, but in case you forget, you can donate to affect the game to give players Nat 1s, Nat 20s, Wild Magic Surges, or you can pledge on Kickstarter. Your Kickstarter pledges equal donation rewards, so if you pledge £3, you can have a Nat 20, Nat 1, etc. to use, so you can cash those in if you've already pledged, or if you haven't pledged, please do check out the Kickstarter. Not only do you get the donation rewards, but you also get a sick book, loads of artwork, maps, and all the other sexy stuff. And every £100, we're only £30 away from the next on Kickstarter, we'll have a viewer decision as well. So really encouraging people, rather than just donating this month, to throw it into the Kickstarter for us and make that project explode. Also, of course, if you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. And here is a tweet for you guys. At 20 retweets, we'll have another viewer decision where you get to decide what happens next. Yes, the food is poisoned. Yeah, we don't need it. Other than that, though, I believe we're all good. So, yes, Pat goes in, chiseling around and making sure to insert new teeth into Evelyn. Of course, this process for her is incredibly stressful and painful. And she and Harvey are basically kind of holding one another as they're both in shock at everything which has gone on. And Harvey himself is kind of looking after Evelyn for the most part, so that's the explanation for why they're a little bit quiet going on from here. So, before you, and either side of you, of course, are the 10-foot-high hedgerows, which seem to twist and change. Whether or not that's just an illusion of the eye is very difficult. Whether or not you're just all going insane is another question which you ask yourselves. But you do need to find a way through the maze itself. Who will be leading this expedition? As Evelyn does not seem to be in any capable place to do that.
I can track.
Okay.
And I know Nancy's got hella good spot hidden skills, so I think maybe that's what we'll use.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I can spot hidden, look for clues as to which way we should go.
Good idea.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, you got that. That's actually a failure.
Damn. Okay, so Pat, you begin to kind of pick up a trail and you find a set of footprints again. And they seem to be the only real way that you have navigating someone else who might know their way around here. And so you start following them. You start following them until you turn a corner of the hedgerow. You can see down it, and of course it's quite dark, and you've got lanterns which are illuminating only a small space around you, that there is a man maybe 30 feet away from you, shrouded in the darkness, but you can just make out his figure.
Pat, ever the subtle person, says, "I think we're lost. Which way to the party?"
You hear and you see the figure jump. Seems to be and turns towards that and hello. Is someone there? I can see your lights. Do come out.
Is this Tadberry?
Yeah, this is Tadberry.
Yeah. Oh!
It's either that or Hugh Grant.
It's actual Hugh Grant.
Oh, Tadberry, is that you?
Is that Hugh?
There we go. Still got it. He kind of comes towards you. Yes, it is. This, of course, Mr. Tadbury, who is one of the English investigators here in Venice, looking into the serial killer, the Beast of Venice, and is wearing this tweed jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Oh, Miss Nancy, it's rather good to see you here. The maze, I seem to have gotten somewhat turned around, as it were.
Aye, it changes.
It's tricky.
What do you mean it changes?
Oh, you see, the bushes, they tend to move
It's
a
the
bit.
light. The light makes it look like it's changing.
Aye,
Of
because
course,
you
it
know
wouldn't really change.
that would be
That'd
absurd.
crazy.
Oh, I see. Yes. It's rather easy to get turned around
changes
in a place
in
like
your
this.
perspective. You know, you turn, it looks different.
Right. Yes. No. Of course. Yes. Do you happen to know the way out, as it were?
Oh, that's what we're trying to find. I believe my good friend Pat here, he's leading the way because he's good with this type of thing.
I've always heard,
good.
Inspector, that in a maze such as this one, if you intentionally try to head deeper into the maze, you find the way out. It's kind of
is that
a
true?
reverse psychology type of thing.
Oh, I see. No, very good. Kind of beating the maze at its own game, I suppose.
Right.
Well, I rather like that. But I believe it leads to the mausoleum, does it not? I'm not sure if that's a place I'd like to be at a time like this. It's so dark.
Well, I would bet that if it leads to the mausoleum, I'm sure there's some path out of this maze from the mausoleum, because who the hell would put a mausoleum with a maze as the only entrance?
Right. Yes. No. That makes a lot of sense. Actually, now that you put it that way, perhaps Miss Nancy, I should accompany you to make sure that you are safe. Seeing as it's so ghastly dark out, and it would not be gentlemanly of me to abandon a maiden in distress.
Hey, Tadberry, Inspector.
Yes.
Yeah, out of curiosity,
yes.
Because of this beast that you've told us about, or you told my friends about, I'm assuming that you're armed here, right? I mean, I'd feel a lot better if you were armed.
Oh no, I mean, you see, Charleston, he has a thing with weaponry. Not a fan so much, and neither am I. I mean, he looks at Nancy. I'm quite happy to box a man's ears if needs be. But,
the fisticuffs.
Yeah, yes. I've been in a couple of brawls in my time.
I don't see why you couldn't accompany us if you like.
Can I attempt to spot hidden to see if this guy is packing some type of weapon?
Sure, yeah. Is that a gun in your pocket?
Or are you just happy to see me?
Oh, yeah.
He does not appear to be packing anything much.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't trust you, Grant.
He does seem like a bumbling idiot, really. But yes, he's most likely a devil worshipper in disguise.
Where's my insight check? Damn it.
Damn it.
Psychology.
You could roll psychology.
Yeah,
if you...
I'd like
I've
to
got
roll
a 1 in
psychology
that.
to say, well,
A
lucky for you, I've got a 50 in psychology.
Oh, then roll it up.
Love that
I perceive his intentions.
Yes,
Christ, she
you
knows
do.
about his dad.
He appears to be of honest intention, although you do maybe suspect that he may have seen you going in here and maybe followed to hang out with you more.
All right.
Awful.
I'll keep an eye on him.
So
Awful
from her role,
coincidence.
can she determine that he is in fact interested her in a romantic way?
It would seem as though, yeah, he's certainly kind of. He's. I mean, whether or not
check
Nancy
his hand
knows.
for a ring because if he's a married man, that is a fool.
No, he's not. He doesn't appear to be married.
All right.
I feel free to lead the way, Mr. Pat.
All right, I shall then.
All right. So now you've kind of lost the tracks. Is there any method which you're going for here? Always sticking to the right, always sticking to the left, or?
Could I
That's
listen
right,
to see if I hear anything further into the maze?
Yeah, you can roll me a listen check.
May I assist?
That is a
Indeed,
success.
Very nice.
Ooh, there we go.
Nice. You are fairly certain you hear children's laughing coming from the right.
Like the amount that was heard at the party, or like a smaller group?
It's difficult to say. There's certainly a group of them more than two.
Okay.
But we're deep
But we're
into
looking for the mausoleum, so
Yeah.
go to the left.
Okay. Hey, Will, just for a recap too, with Pat's ammunition.
Yes.
In the 44, I've got a bunch of priest blood bullets loaded up, 6 of them. And in the 38, I've got 3 priest blood bullets and 3 dreamless sand bullets. Okay.
Okay.
And I've taken my knife and I've scratched on the outside of the barrel or outside of the cylinder exactly which ones are which, so I can spin if I need to.
Okay. Fantastic.
I think I'm going to need that soon.
You
Shoot the kids with the dreamless sand bullets.
yeah, you hear
Don't think I won't.
yeah, you hear him saying Tadbury saying, well, the children are over there. Although I don't think we're anywhere near the party, so maybe they got lost in here. A couple of kids. We should probably see to that. No.
Sure.
Aye. Sounds great.
Oh, jolly good. So he heads off to the right to see where the kids have gone.
Here she comes.
Hallelujah, we're not gonna die.
Oh,
Just the dynamic
well,
duo.
no, you're not going to die alone.
Yeah. Well, I'd say the dynamic duo. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
Of crazy, the two people who should not be left alone to do missions together are Harvey.
This is probably true.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Haley, how are you?
I'm so tired.
Oh, I thought you'd be asleep. Haley, remind us about your character real quick here.
I play as Evelyn, who is a stressed out married woman who is very timid, but she's growing out of that as time has gone on. She's gone crazy. She's afraid of time now. She's afraid of something else that I don't remember at the moment. Yeah.
Fantastic. So to catch you up, we haven't really done too much, Haley. All we've done is you found Tadbury here in the maze as well. You've just heard children's laughter, and you're heading after it because Tadbury seems to think that there might be some kids lost in the maze here. You have had your teeth replaced. It's quite a painful process, though. So Tadbury says, I rather think that might be some little children over there. We should see to them. Yes, also, Greg, can you roll me a D10,000 at this point? I can lip read. Also, Lindy also has 2 nat 20s as well as her 3 nat 1s, and Evelyn also has a natural 20 as well.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Alright, so Greg, let me know what you roll here, my friend.
I'll do it in roll 20 this time.
Yeah, Evelyn Twitch chat, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. So you're turning the corner, and Tadbury...
1982 was a very good year.
Ah, yes, a fine vintage, what. Oh dear. Okay. So, as you head round this corner to the right, where you're hearing the children's laughter, you hear Tadbury say, "Oh, by the gods, good God," and begin to mutter under his breath. And you turn the corner in shock to see that there's a little girl standing in a little bit of a clearing here in the maze, and she seems to have she seems to be on the ground, and there seems to be quite a lot of blood coming from her, and she's clutching her doll, and she's dressed up as, she's wearing this like quite pretty dress. She's a child of an aristocrat after all, and Tadbury's, by the gods, what? Somebody call for help! Somebody call for help! We need to call the someone quick.
So she's covered in blood, but does she look injured?
You'd have to get closer to see.
Okay.
I see.
Tadbury, comfort her.
Miss Nancy, it's going to be fine. Everything's just going to be just all right.
The child, Tadbury,
Oh,
comfort the
right,
child.
yes. Tadbury runs over to the kid. I'm very, very bad with blood. Oh God.
But you're a crime investigator.
He's he doesn't seem prepared for this.
Ugh.
So what are you guys doing? Little girl on the floor, lots of blood.
Oh, she's on the floor. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I got my hands on my gun. I have not drawn them yet.
She would seem to be unconscious, if not dead.
I'm looking anywhere but the girl.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys can roll me
for
spot hidden.
blood prints, like seeing if there's maybe footprints or evidence of murder.
Yeah, can I use tracking instead?
Failed again.
Sure, that'll work.
There we go. It's a super duper.
Nice.
Sort of.
Nice. Irvin donates £5. Poor Greg, he should have a wild magic surge for that horror. Damn it, Irvin, he said he wasn't donating today. It's another D10k for Pat there. So, Pat, as you're looking, something very strange happens to you. You feel your the dagger which you are holding, which you recently committed that heinous act of ritual to transfer the teeth from the skeleton to Evelyn's mouth, begin to kind of burn in your pocket, and you feel your eyes, and your eyes are moving down your face, almost sliding down your face, until they are almost like fully migrated down to your cheekbones, and you feel like it's just a feeling at first, but it's like if you pulled your face down all the way, and that's what's happening to Pat as he's searching around this area. He realizes that something is incredibly wrong here, and you also...
There's no negative effects, though, correct?
It doesn't seem like there's any negative effects upon your eyes themselves, other than the visual, ghastly nature of what your face is looking like at the moment, which will probably have a...
Your vision gets lower.
Get a bit lower.
You're shorter.
It's like, yeah. And
big deal.
You also spot this set of tracks leading off. They would appear to be a man's footprints. And let's see, 5880. Poor Pat. Yes. Okay. So we're also going to say that you're convinced that the girl isn't real. You're convinced that the girl is a figment of your imagination or a trap.
Go ahead, guess what?
Yeah.
that is fine, because that wild magic surge is got Pat's name written all over it.
That's true. So Tadbury's saying, somebody do something. Is anyone trained here? She's still breathing. Come on.
Yeah, well, whatever. She ain't
She's
real,
still
brother.
breathing. Oh, I'm pretty sure she's real. I'll walk over with my terrible medicine. Like, Evelyn, would you care to help me look and see if we can stop the bleeding?
Of course. I don't know what that voice was. Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Well, you're rather sounding quite like me right now, Evelyn. So Tadbury is kind of freaking out, as a normal person might do if they see like a little 6 or 7 year old girl bleeding, potentially dying on the floor in a maze.
We're just like,
where she goes like, what the fuck's going on around here? There's some nice flowers. So you kind of, yeah, sure. So you amble over. Is anyone rolling any kind of medical checks or first
Evelyn
aids?
should totally roll.
I certainly am not.
Yeah, she's not a real man.
Evelyn, would you like to help me? I don't think she can hear. Because she got her headphones.
Well, you got it. Medicine is once they're stabilized.
Yeah,
Right,
so you got
first aid.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me roll a first aid. That's probably going to fail. Yep, that fails.
Yeah. So you can see that she's got kind of lacerations all over her.
All over her.
Yeah.
Like from like a knife?
Maybe a knife, maybe several knives, maybe claws.
Claws. Gotcha.
But
Yeah,
this looks like could be like a bear attack or something.
Okay.
Not that I believe that she is real, Tadbury, but have you seen the victims of the other beast attacks?
Well, I definitely read the reports, and I did see one of them rather similar to this.
To this, correct?
Yes, it would seem as though the beast is near. But the thing is, it never lets them live.
Okay, great. Where's your buddy?
Charleston is back at the party. He said he had something to look into inside the mansion.
Okay, great.
Well, I rather thought I should come and protect Miss Nancy here, and now I found the body of a child down here. We should rather shout for some help, I think. Help! And he starts calling out for help around the maze.
Okay, you said I picked up some tracks, right?
You did,
Will?
yes. They are big. They are bigger than just a normal man's footprints. This is, could be a bear, but it's not got the telltale like claw marks of where a bear's claws would go. They're almost like longer, almost like a bird's footprints, like an eagle, but much bigger.
Oh, and hey, Will.
Hey.
We did get my teeth swapped out for that skeleton
Yes.
version of me. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So we
And
start
also,
off with-
I don't remember which other insanity that I had because of all those wild magic surges from last time. So I have like 6 lines of things that I don't know which ones still apply.
Which ones have you got down?
It's all of them.
It's all
Right.
all of the above.
Priest believes he's immortal. Stone chamber of men with hammers. I don't remember some of these notes. Immune to electricity while in the snow.
Oh yes.
Something about moths. My arm is like it stretches
It
super
can,
long,
yes,
like
it can
the,
elongate out. Yes.
and
Yeah,
then,
twice as long as your body is. So you
Yeah.
got like
Yeah.
a 12-foot wingspan there.
It's such a mutant. I don't remember exactly the condition that you had either. It's safe to say you're pretty fucked up with time right now.
Okay, we'll just go with that.
Yeah. So are you doing a field check?
I want to do a first aid in the
First
roll
aid,
as
yeah.
well, since yeah,
Okey-dokey.
if I can find it. Nope.
Mm-mm.
Do you
It's
do you
five
want me
bucks.
to look that? Is it worth it? Like, is that important to fix the
Is
child?
saving a little girl's life important?
Okay, so no, I failed.
All right.
we
So
don't know this kid.
the little girl dies.
Wait. Is this kid one of the just random children, or is it one of the house children?
You don't recognize the child, so you don't think it's one of the Gramanches.
Then yeah, that child died.
Okay. So
We're so terrible. We're like,
Well, it's not like we didn't try. I mean, well, I didn't, but you tried.
the guy
The
with
women-
the super
the
high
women
first
tried.
aid.
So you feel the heartbeat of the child just stop, and the blood kind of pouring out from her has caused her to die. So Evelyn and Nancy can roll me sanity checks. Pat, who doesn't believe she's real, doesn't have to.
And I also don't. At gruesome injuries, I don't do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yes. Go team.
You guys are nailing it.
We've seen people die before. It's just a kid.
It's just a kid. Exactly.
just-
Okay, I'm
That's
going to
how bad it
suggest
is.
that everybody, including Tadberry, look away. This is a child, correct, Will?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry.
Innocent child,
That's you,
correct?
You
Yeah.
don't think it's there.
Definitely.
I don't think it's there, correct. So I don't think that this is anything, but
What are you about to do to this child?
I'm going to take a little bit of its go juice. I'm taking a little bit of that blood.
Okay.
I need-
Tadbury is definitely going to roll a sanity check.
No. I like. Perhaps you should look away for a minute here. Let's.
Oh my
look
God,
at this beautiful
what's he
night
do-
sky.
oh,
You don't want to know. You don't. I told you not to look. Look over there.
Tadbury
It's great.
is rocking back and forth at this point.
He has like no sanity, I guess.
Yeah, he's unstable at the best of times, yeah, he's just kind of freaking out. So, Pat, how are you doing this?
Yes, go juice. No,
Trademark.
no, how am I doing this?
Yeah.
I have that extra, the dreamless sand thing that I haven't,
Yes.
I kept on my person that's empty now.
Yeah.
I'm literally filling it up out of one of the more gaping wounds. And, hey man, by the definition of the scrolls, the blood of an innocent, pious person. So
Yeah.
unless this kid was a little witch, and otherwise, hey, bon voyage, little witch. But if not, I'm filling up. This is my chance to get. And I don't believe she's there anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and shit. I mean, what's no harm, no foul.
Yeah, nothing lost. Exactly. Yeah. Very true. This is how terrible things happen in real life, guys. So you fill up the bottle and you see your friend Hadbury just kind of throwing up as he sees this, quite disgusting act occurring before him, and you guys seemingly uncaring.
I tried to distract him.
I just can't understand, Miss Nancy. I thought you were, I rather thought you were a good person, and
Oh,
how,
I am. I'm a very pious lady. Pot, however, he's been in some waters.
how can you
Pat turns around and goes, "For God's sakes, get yourself together, Inspector. This is criminology 101. This is hematology. This is forensics. We need to have this girl's blood on file. We could match it with some of the other people. Maybe there's a connection between all the other victims. I don't have to tell you to do your job, Inspector, but damn."
You can roll me a persuasion check. In fact, it's more of a fast talk, but I'll let you roll persuade. I'll let you roll a persuade.
I was really disappointed you didn't start making up words.
Yeah, a hemopathology. A homophalasis.
Neonatology.
He's not stupid. He's just Pat.
Tadbury is. Oh,
Big words are overwhelming. It would just been really funny.
Well, I'm a little bit more persuasive, just not in this moment.
Yeah, he's not buying it from you. But this we need to process. We need to call an ambulance or.
It's too late for an ambulance. I'm sorry.
Evelyn, you can roll me a d6.
No.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. That's how much sanity you regain.
Oh.
As you are, so removed from this, caring about this child, that it kind of sanitizes you a bit, as you're like, at least it wasn't me.
I'm disappointed now. I was like, yeah, I rolled a 1. It's fine. It's not.
Yeah.
You're such a hard ass now that you regain sanity when a
By
child dies.
watching children die before your very eyes.
I'm demented, okay? Let's just...
Listen, we need to get the fuck out of this maze. Okay? I mean,
All right,
more bad shit has happened to us in this maze than anywhere else.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's leave this maze, Tadbury, so we can get some help.
Well, we're trying to
And
leave the
notify
maze
our
already,
parents.
but we just seem to be going deeper into it. Where do we go from here? We need to take the child's body with us, of course.
Oh,
I mean, if you're gonna carry it, but none of us are going to.
What is wrong with you people?
There's a greater cause needing to be done here.
we've got to find this killer.
Inspector, we got to get out of here before we end up like this little girl. Now, this little girl's, and she ain't going nowhere. And we can fish her out of here anytime we can, once we're clear of this and once other kids are clear of this. We heard more than one kid voice in here, remember?
We did. We should probably go try to find that other child before bad things happen to him or her too.
Yeah, we'd see if we can concentrate on the ones we can save.
All right. And Irvin donates £3 to give a nat 20 to Lindy, who I think is now the current record holder for the most nat 20s and nat 1s at any given time. The screen is filled up with elements. And to remind you, Pat's got 2 and Evelyn's got 1 to use as well. So
Just make a frame around her.
yeah. So, you got a choice before you again, to follow the tracks or to head away from them.
I think we're gonna follow them because that's us.
Yeah, because we're demented.
I mean, we can only assume that this thing's going after the kids.
Or is it a lure to get us to go? Dun, dun, dun.
You do hear...
I think it's yes on all accounts.
You do hear children's laughter coming from the direction of the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
The chase those Comanche children.
Okay, well, Pat... Okay, I mean, Pat's a hunter. I mean, anybody that was in Teddy Roosevelt's core group, they were all, like, big game hunters. So Pat knows that this could easily be, like, almost like a great cat type of tactic. You leave out a dying prey, and it brings in the smaller creatures and all that stuff.
Sure.
So what he would say is, if you guys want me to move around this thing, we can use the sound to kind of move from it. The kids' laughter, as if that's the lore, it got us this far. Maybe we can try to head deeper in towards the mausoleum because it's not the same way, correct?
Correct.
Like, yeah, okay. because we're going to the mausoleum, and I mean, I'm not trying to be, but you know, fuck these kids. We need to get out of here. This is getting bad.
All right. So, left towards tracks, right towards out of here, potentially.
Out of here meaning the mausoleum, right?
You don't know where the mausoleum is, so you couldn't say.
Shit.
So we should probably just follow the tracks. I mean,
Well,
why not?
Can I use the stars? Because I mean, it is a clear night. Can I use the stars to orient myself towards where the house would have been? Can I make another track and roll or something? Or
yeah.
Or Evelyn can navigate.
A navigate would actually be the roll required for that, yeah. So Evelyn would have to use her navigate.
I was like, I got lost earlier, so I don't.
I have faith
Maybe
in
with
you.
new teeth you've reoriented yourself. Hey!
Yeah, it's not bad. You're pretty sure that the beast has headed towards the mausoleum.
Awesome, of course. So why
Fuck it.
not?
What do we got? We got to go. I mean, we're gonna run into Turks, some type of bird werewolf, a bunch of dead kids, and we got fucking Tadberry with us. Great. All right, let's go.
All right. So you turn to the left, following the tracks of this beast, which, by the size of it, looks of the tracks, could be as large as a bear, if not bigger. So you know that there's something pretty big going around here, and you should, in theory, be able to hear it coming. So that's the one thing that you got going for you, is that you think that you can tell by the freshness of the footprints and the sheer size of it if it's going to be round a corner.
Nancy wants to keep like an ear out. She wants to be like constantly listening to see if she can hear either kids or the beast or whatever.
Okay, roll me a listen check.
That is a success.
Okay, yes. You hear rather than children's laughter, children's screams.
I don't want to alarm the fragile sort behind us, so I'm going to lean over to Pat and be like, or probably be like, so the laughter's changed to screams and it's coming from that way.
Oh my, we're on a railroad track here. we gotta go.
This
towards
blasted
this shit.
Orient Express. I
It
know
is,
it's
man.
terrible.
That's the thing with Call of Cthulhu. If you want to get through it, you have to go towards the bad shit.
I know, we're on rails. All right, I'm pulling my guns out.
Okay.
Tadberry can shit himself. if
Nancy
he
will
wants to.
pull her gun out too.
Evelyn.
Tadbury is, at this point, oh, good God, go. And he's getting behind you guys. And as you kind of turn a corner, you see that once again, you've come to a sort of break in the maze itself, where there's a small sort of courtyard, square area, which leads off again at the end. But there is a tree here. And you see that there are 3 children who are hanging from the tree currently. And it doesn't look like they've been hung there with rope. It looks like they've been essentially impaled up there. And
Damn.
they are...
Evelyn don't care. She's not affected by children.
Everyone can roll me a sanity check at this point, even Pat, as it's
That's pretty fucked up.
particularly unsettling to see children in such a
Do I
scenario.
believe that they exist?
I failed.
These ones are all too real, yeah. I think
failed.
for one, for that kid Pat thought that's just a, figure of my imagination, but 3, anyone
I
who
haven't slept. I'm
fails.
so fucked, dude.
Okay, who failed?
I think we all failed.
Who failed.
Yeah,
good.
we did.
Good,
I
good,
failed
good,
by
good.
fucking 3.
Yeah, I failed by a lot.
Yeah.
It's because them new teeth in your head, Evelyn.
So,
I don't give a shit.
Pat will lose 2 sanity. Not bad. Nancy will lose 8 sanity.
Jesus.
Fuck!
And Evelyn will lose 8 sanity.
So, okay, so last time I reached 13, which was my mark to get a death acidity, and now I got half again. What
Okay.
happened?
Oh,
Like, does it
so
just
you
keep-
so how much sanity do you have currently?
I'm at 31, and so now after that, I'm not.
So now at that, you're at 24? 23, rather?
23.
Wow, you are getting low on that sanity meter. So at this point,
When she gets really low, I say we just send her back to her husband and let her bring in a new character so she can murder her old husband.
Yeah. So that way I don't die and I can still kill my husband. Because obviously I'm not going to make it to the end here.
yeah. So at this point,
That's right.
the tenebrous fibers of Evelyn's mind are definitely pulling themselves apart at this point, almost like a piece of fabric being torn. Her sanity is fracturing. She's forever scarred by this image and often found talking to herself, having terrible nightmares, and generally speaking some gibberish due to the horrors which she's seen and that no person should see. It's also she's going into a bit of shock at this point, having seen this. You thought the one kid being killed was nothing, but seeing them so brutally destroyed like this, it's one thing being torn apart by a beast, it's another to have them, placed up somewhere almost for a purpose or to show off as trophies, these three little girls who are up here. And so Evelyn is freaking out. Even Pat, who is a seasoned, warrior, seasoned veteran, this is... it's one thing for a man to be killed in battle. There's almost an honor in that, I suppose. But this is unforgivable, unacceptable. And for Nancy, this is obviously horrific because, ultimately she's a good person and good people don't like to see this sort of thing happen.
And it's more than 5, so that's a temporary insanity, isn't it?
Ooh, yeah. She... For her temporary insanity, Nancy fears children. Has a fear of kids, not necessarily for the fact that they're going to hurt her, but more the fact that she could be responsible for hurting them. And so you feel like you bring bad luck to children. And so maybe you feel partly responsible for this. If you had gone faster, maybe you could have stopped this from happening. So you have a little bit of survivor's guilt, I think.
Okay. She's just gonna start crying, be like, "Ah!"
Question, does the simulacrum help during sanity rolls? Because
No.
I keep forgetting that we have it and not adding that to our rolls.
No, the simulacrum is not good for sanity checks. It's good for ability checks, skill checks rather in this game.
Okay. So we would have saved that child earlier, by the way.
Aid roll.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yep, I keep forgetting about it. Oh well.
I will roll for
Well,
Tadbury.
I got sanity from it, so not like it mattered.
Tadbury fails and is similarly crying, vomiting at the moment.
Crying, vomiting. At
Yeah.
least Nancy's just crying.
He's cry-vomiting.
Okay, Will, how much time elapsed between the screams that we heard from the kids and us arriving at this scene?
30 seconds.
Okay. Is the tree full or is it... I know that you said it was colder out, but I don't know if this is the type of tree that would actually still hold needles or still hold its foliage at this time of the year.
Yeah, it does have, foliage to it.
Okay. I want to look and make sure that there's nothing moving in that tree.
Okay, roll me a spot hidden. And let's see.
Son of a bitch. Nancy,
Yeah.
look at that tree.
Well, okay.
Nancy,
I'll
look at the tree.
Yeah, look at the tree, Nancy. Roll me another sanity check now. Yeah, you can roll me a spot hidden as well, Nancy.
That's a success.
Nice. You're fairly sure there isn't anything in the tree. However, what worries you is that there are other spaces on the tree.
And none of
Fun.
the children hanging on the tree are the ones that just died, right? Like, oh, I'm just gonna kill them other places and then hang them up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Pat goes up to the tree. Is there anything on the tree, anything that maybe Evelyn or I had seen in the scrolls, like some of that ancient type of symbolism or pictograms? Does this look like a sacrifice?
Yeah,
Does this look like an altar?
Yeah, you essentially look at the tree, and the closer you get with every footfall, you see that something's been carved into the tree, into the very bark of it, with some kind of knife or maybe the same claw, and it does look to be in some kind of ancient text, which, you know, you're not entirely familiar with ancient Arabic, but you can tell it looks kind of similar to that, and this may be indeed some kind of sacrificial altar. For what purpose, you're not sure. You'd have to get someone who could read it to look at it. So Evelyn, essentially.
We can't risk Evelyn going batshit crazy anymore reading this stuff.
I mean, I'm already crazy. That doesn't.
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna send you down, you know, crazy ass lane just to get us some more info. I mean, if you want to, that's fine. My suggestion is, Nancy's got strapped to her leg a couple hundred proof of Scotland's finest. I was gonna light this sumbitch
I
up.
was thinking we should burn the tree too.
Yeah, let's light this. It might have a couple spaces left on it, but if it's burning, ain't no one getting near it. And you know what? When we change the battlefield, as soon as we light this sucker up, I guarantee you, whatever's sticking them on here, it's gonna come running.
I might draw some attention from the party as well.
Okay.
All right.
Just burn the tree.
Tadbury's in no position to argue at this point. He's basically crying in a corner.
I wasn't gonna listen to him anyway.
Yeah, I'd imagined. So the plan is
Sorry, Tadbury.
So the plan is no, it's quite all right. The plan is to burn the tree, right?
Yep.
Okay.
First thing before we waste the whiskey, though, I want to check. I've got my lighter. I want to check and see if an element of it will burn.
Yeah, you're pretty sure the tree would go up. It's lightly raining here, but you know, if this is just normal wood, then it would burn.
Okay, so like if I light a little bit of it, it burns, so it's combustible.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
like...
you know, you can light a leaf up, whatever.
Okay, well let's light this. We're gonna have to donate some of your Scottish communion for the cause here,
All right.
Nancy.
You know, it's these children need a proper burial after all. You know, I guess by fire works. You know.
Can I pull them down? Can I pull the kids
Burial
down
by
first?
fire. Yes, you can do. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get them down and I'm lighting this sucker up.
All right, I'll donate one of my bottles that I've probably taken from the train out of my purse and hand it.
One of your bottles?
Damn.
I have
She's like a tanker truck.
I've got a hobby, all right, a very hardcore hobby. It's not a problem.
All right. All right. Don't
While
question.
they're setting up to burn the tree, Evelyn's going to kind of be rocking back and forth and like repeating, burn the tree, bring the beast, like over and over again.
Okay.
What?
Burn the tree, bring the beast.
Okay, because that's comforting. Okay, that's great.
Burn the tree. Bring the
Pat
beast.
says, "Listen, get ready, because if we burn this, and this is some type of grand scheme by the Gramanches or whoever the hell else is running this joint, you know, if this beast is one of them, or it's a obviously this is a planned thing for this night to get these kids here to string them up. If we start throw a monkey wrench into this sucker, everybody and their mom who's got a stake in this thing is going to come a running, and when they come a running, they ain't going to come here to talk about it. They're going to come here to get through us to get to this tree. So my suggestion is we light it up. We get on either side of the bushes here, wait for these assholes to show up, and just shoot them in the back when they run in."
Can I figure out where the mausoleum is from where we are?
You don't know where it actually is on a map, so you wouldn't be able to navigate by the stars to see where it is. You know that you're pretty far into the heart of the maze, so presumably it's somewhere close.
Okay.
Boy, I'd like to burn this maze up too. Shit.
I don't think you have enough alcohol for that.
I don't know. Nancy keeps pulling them out of her bag of holding.
Okay.
So we're hiding.
All right.
Waiting as he sets the tree on fire.
Yeah. Let's do some hiding. Let's see. We've got a
Pat
sneak
says,
going.
wait for them, and as they run in, if there's more than one,
All right,
give them
who has
pause.
what weapon? Just so we know, because we should each probably have something magical.
I got my
I
guns.
have my
You
favorite
have,
knife.
you have the dagger? Okay, I'll just have my regular gun. Hopefully it'll do something.
Okay.
Oh, I got some more. Hey, Nancy, I got some special bullets in Venice. Let me give them to you now.
Oh, some of those funky dream bullets.
Sure.
All right.
I-
Sure.
I pull out my
Download it.
priest blood bullets, and I give her A couple of them.
Alright, I'll put them in my little gun that I have out.
She's gonna think it's the dream brain bullets.
Yeah,
So just go to sleep, it's fine.
she's shooting priest blood, but you know what? Sorry, Nancy.
It's all good.
That's all I
Okay.
got.
So, as you hand these guns off, everybody who and I guess Pat is the one to start burning the tree, right?
Hell yeah.
Aye.
All right, so Pat just kind of sets the tree on fire and immediately begins to burn the bottom of it, and you can tell that it's going to start going up quite well. So the plan is in effect. You also hear a terrific roar from somewhere in the maze after a few seconds of that happening. Now, everyone who's hiding can roll me a stealth check.
Come on, come get some.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, that's close. Do I luck it?
Let him roll
If he-
his first, because if you both fail, then I would say
It's
no.
16 off. It's not super close.
I was gonna say, Pat's not gonna hide. I'm gonna stand right in front of the fucking tree.
You know, I've got a nat 20.
You do have a nat 20 if you want to
I
catch
have
them.
3. I think it'd be good for her to not just be chilling out in the open. We'll use one of the nat 20s for that.
Fantastic. All right, there it goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say anyway, before that stealth roll, Will, Pat's just gonna light it up, and I'm just gonna turn around with both guns out and just wait. Keep the fire directly behind me. I'm gonna.
That's so badass.
It is badass
Yeah.
because I want these. I wanted these kids. They killed some kids here. Now Pat might be dead on the inside, but I sure as shit ain't. So I want to get some payback.
I mean, you are like conflicted between yourselves too.
That's
so.
right. I've got Greg's in here somewhere.
So you hear this terrific roar go out through the night, and then you hear a whistle as well, as if there is
Calling it back.
some kind of owner. And as the fire kind of burns up, you hear the kind of heavy footfall of the creature coming closer, and you hear a sets of footprints, footfall, I suppose, coming from. So you've basically got two entrances in. You've got one to the right and one to the left, and you hear footfall coming from both directions, but you think the beast is coming from straight ahead of you. And the kind of footfall stop just as they're around the corner, and you hear a voice call out, "I'm afraid you're a little bit surrounded."
Do we recognize this voice?
The voice does sound a little bit like a certain librarian.
Motherfucker.
Hey, bookworm.
You know, like, he's around the corner of the beast up front, but you can tell that there are other people behind you as well. And he says, "Now, we can make this nice and easy like we did last time, or we can do things the hard way. But either way, the bell needs to toll tonight at a certain number."
You ain't getting your bell. You ain't getting your tolls. And if it tolls, just like my man Hemingway said, or will say, it's going to toll for you.
I
Or will
believe
say.
there are already 4. The beast will hunt down some others after we take you, which should make 7.
Well, that's the real trick of the whole thing. Taking me, ain't it?
Right, well, let's see how you do against him, shall we?
Let's dance.
And he's calling out from behind that hedgerow. So you have a rough idea of where he is in front of you. And coming round from that direction as well, you see the creature of which he was speaking. It is almost as high as the hedges itself, probably clocking in at 9 to 10 feet tall. You get the feeling that it may once have been a man, or some kind of humanoid, but you can tell that it's been perverted beyond all belief into a mockery of what human form should be. It has a long, almost sloth-like neck, which reaches out several feet and ends in a grotesque, snarling snout, almost like a pig and a wolf have been transfused together, and it has these gigantic dagger-like teeth which sprout out from its mouth. It has an oozing black sack of a throat, which seems to undulate and almost move as it swallows whatever inky blackness it has, and it seems to be dripping this black tar from that orifice as well. Its arms are incredibly long, and it has 4 of them, 2 of which sprout from just above its hip bones, which seems to have been grown out in a very grotesque and painful way and almost stitched together. You can see that there is actually some needlework going on there, so it looks like it has been worked on as well. You can tell that once it wore some clothes, they have been torn off, but you think they may have been aristocratic or some kind of suits that it once wore. And its feet are gigantic claws, but also they seem to undulate and move on their own, as well as its kind of claws on its hands, ending in sharp claws which seem to move of their own accord, almost like tentacles. It's hairy, it's big, but it also looks slimy as well, as if all of the hair on it is coated in some kind of ooze, the same black tar dripping from its fruity undulating orifice, and it steps towards you with horrifying intent, and you can all roll me a sanity check at this point. And I'll roll one for Tadbury as well.
That's a loss.
This is the death of me right here. Like, I can feel it.
We all suck. Except Tadbury and Evelyn!
Tadbury fucking nailed it.
Oh my god.
Me and Greg are like, fuck.
Can we use a crit on
Yes.
sanity?
Yeah, I'll allow you to lose in that 20s if you want.
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
wanna use one
I
of
don't
them
want to
bad
get a
boys on that.
perma insanity.
I'm so crazy that it doesn't affect me anymore.
Yeah. just fucking
not
come at me,
fail.
bro.
Everyone's like, it's just a Jabberwocky. What the fuck do you think?
Yeah, man.
It's just a puppo. Work.
So, yeah, as this is happening, you guys manage to resist the power of the weird and the eldritch, and resist the urge to just completely go insane and run away from this beast of the night. So let's all roll just a dex to determine our kind of turn order here. Yeah, guys, they may need some assistance in this because combat at the best of times is terrifying in Call of Cthulhu. Pat was almost killed by just a man with a gun in this game who rolled once quite well.
Now, it was that crazy come back again to life doctor, so it wasn't like he
that's
was
true.
just like,
Yeah, he did. He did.
Sam the grocer or
He
something.
did reanimate. That's true. Okay, Pat, what did you roll?
66.
66. Okay.
But he's coming at me, man. I mean, I got
is
to
true.
be able to get some type of bonus round in here.
That's true. He may get the kind of first jump to move towards you, but he won't be able to attack you on his first turn. Let's see. Evelyn, what did you?
33.
Oh, very actually quite quick off the ball here, and the beast rolled a 34. Okay. So it seems like the librarian and his compatriots, who are both in front of you and behind you, are sticking back whilst they let the beast go to town, most likely because they're just afraid of it, as you are. Evelyn, you get the first jump here as you see it's about to kind of move towards you after you guys are gaping in horrified fascination at the creature.
So this probably isn't a thing in Call of Cthulhu, but I kind of want to make a sneak attack because I'm hiding.
You are hiding, so yeah, it's entirely possible. So how you want to shoot it?
I don't think I have a gun actually,
You've got the enchanted knife.
but I have the knife.
You want to get up there and stab it?
I'm not stabbing that thing. I'm gonna go because I'm hiding like in the bushes. So I wanted to see if I could
Sure.
get to the librarian
Oh!
That was gonna be my
Okay.
plan too.
Okay.
and stab you.
All right, you can roll me a stealth check.
No, No!
You got a nat 20. You
Got a nat 20. Do you want to use
Yeah,
it?
I'm using my nat 20, I guess.
How quick?
Nothing, I guess.
How
No,
quickly
I
they
may
go?
need it for like that stupid puppo.
You want to use it? You don't want to use it?
I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna get this librarian. He deserves this.
He deserves this.
All right. So you sneak along the hedgerows past the creature, trying not to look at it and trying to make sure that it doesn't hear you. You turn the corner and you see the fat librarian in front of you, whom you've previously had encounters with in God, where was it? That city whose name suddenly escapes me.
Milan.
Milan, thank you.
Milan.
Yes. And he is standing there. He's got a whistle around his neck. He's got his same kind of like kind of chops with beard hair growing out from them. And there are two men behind him. Okay. You think they're men because they are masked, and it would appear as though they have a flayed skin over their faces, which has been kind of tied into a mask and placed over them. So you can see their eyes are looking out, but it seems as though someone's flayed skin has been put on a mask over their own faces. Worryingly enough, you're not sure about the age of that skin, because there doesn't seem to be lots of it. So with a rather horrified realization, Evelyn suspects that they might be wearing the flayed skin of children. The librarian is not, however. He is unmasked. Also, Charis, I better check this donation here, because it could be something good or bad for you, Evelyn.
No, don't tell me.
Donates rather £3, and he says, a crit success to whomever needs it most in the party. I'll let you guys decide amongst yourselves who needs it most.
Give him a little prick, Evelyn.
Can
Okay,
we
so-
just have that in the holding and then group vote who gets the crit?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
You don't need it, obviously, because you're fine.
Oh,
you have a
oh.
border of crits.
I'll put it here for now.
So, what I want to do is I will kind of want to run up to the librarian, and I want to actually like cut off the whistle to kind of like take it. But in the process, I want to kind of stab him with it. Like,
Okay, I tell you what you could do. You could stab him in the throat and try and cut off the chain whilst you're doing that.
Oh my god, please let this work.
You want to
I'm
use
so
the...
scared to like press the button.
Do you want to use?
We're
You want to
with
use
you.
a nat
We're with
20?
you.
If you want to use a nat 20, you got to call it now.
No, you don't need that.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Somehow she did it. Somehow she fucking did it. Okay, so you actually roll damage on that, but it's actually one more damage because it's magical. So you deal 2 damage to him. So the whistle chain is going to break and come off. So you can describe to me like the wound on the librarian.
So I want to like, I guess, would it be like that, like a scope kind of motion, or is it like this to kind of break it? I guess.
Whatever
So
you
I would
want,
wanna
really. Yeah.
Stab and kind of like pull back so that it kind of like hits him here to break the chain, but stabbing him like in his throat.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you hear him just go, oh, as you give him what most likely is not a fatal wound, but certainly a painful stab in the throat that would need to be looked at. And the chain breaks and the whistle falls down to the floor.
I want to like run and get it. I want that. I need that.
I need that. Okay, cool. So you won't be able to blow it on this turn, but it is the beast's turn as it managed to, with its preternatural swiftness, get a jump just after Evelyn. It hasn't noticed her going past, but is going to launch itself at the main threat which it sees, which is Mr. Patterson. So it's going to rush in towards you, kind of bowling in on all fours. It won't get to make both of its attacks, but it will get a chance to strike at you once, Pat, with its claws, and just misses. As it kind of and it seems to be gibbering, almost trying to speak, but its mouth won't let it. As it rakes its claws towards you and the burning tree, but it misses, but only by a little bit, which will tell you that this creature is very good at killing. Nancy.
Alright, well, Evelyn, I feel bad. I wanna go help her, but this thing is gonna tear her Pat to bits.
Don't help me. Like, it's fine.
Okay.
You will just draw the beast to me, and you don't need that.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot the beast from my little hidey spot.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't run to me.
That's a real
It's
good
a
thing.
real good thing.
That is actually.
It's a crit success.
That's a crit fail.
Yeah. Your gun jams. You're gonna have to spend an action to unjam it next turn if you want to
Okay.
fire it.
All
I
right.
have a crit success, is what I was saying.
Oh, I do have a crit success. That's my last one. I think we're gonna.
Well,
You know what?
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm gonna use the crit success.
we found Nancy dead with a crit success in her pocket.
No, okay, fine. Fine. I'll use the crit success to shoot it.
Look how they go. All right. That is definitely
know.
there's definitely a hit, so you can roll the damage on that.
All right. It's
So now
1d6.
between us, we have one for Pat and one in the bank for the team.
Yeah. So it's a 1d6 for a gun. I don't know.
1d10.
1d10. Okay, that's even better.
I'll give you a d10 on this one. Seeing as you crit.
Okay. It's 10 damage.
10 damage. 10 damage indeed.
Nice.
Very nice. So you see the creature just kind of
And
as
I've aimed for one of its arms to try to have it less likely to hit us.
yeah, certainly.
She gets 2 shots too.
Yeah, you get another shot.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think your stuff's high enough, isn't it? What's your?
My guns is 40.
Yeah, she has 2.
That's a failure though, because that's wait. Oh, I could luck it. This thing's really bad, because I do have that arm on me, so it would be a 50. I
That
use
is
14
true.
luck. I'm gonna use 14 luck to make a hit.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Now wait, did the first shot obviously caused it pain because it screamed out, right?
That is true. However, it probably should have done more.
She has priest blood bullets.
She does have priest blood bullets. You're right. So yeah, she's fired 2 of those now.
All right.
Right.
Roll another
She-
d10.
Yep. Another d10.
Okay, 15. Not bad.
Ooh,
Not bad.
not bad at all. So yeah, you hear the beast kind of howl out in agony as you fire at it, placing 2 bullets directly into its arm, and it does not like that whatsoever. It seems like an anathema to the creature. So that will be Pat's turn.
I am opening up since this thing is within. Obviously, it's in melee with me. I'm gonna open up. I'm going 6 shots. Priest blood bullets. Both my guns.
All right.
Oh, jeez, I'm gonna have a heart attack on stream right now.
Right?
Jesus, I'm like really nervous.
Let's see
Fred
it.
comes back next week and we're all dead.
We're all dead.
That's the end of the show, guys. All of the cast
Okay.
have died.
There's 1 hit,
Okay.
2 hits,
2 hits.
3 hits,
Mm-hmm.
4 hits. Add 10 to it. 5 hits.
5 hits.
6 hits.
6 out of 6. There we go. Some good rolling right there.
Alrighty, and
Let's just roll
damage.
60, 10.
Yeah. 3, 7, 8,
8.
12, 22,
Nice.
24.
24 plus that number is extra maths.
Low damage, but you hit every time.
Yeah, that's the thing, like consistent DPS. So you have not killed the creature, Pat, but you have severely wounded it. So describe to me how you want to do that.
I want to blast it off of me into the tree.
The burning tree.
The burning
Yeah.
tree.
I mean, I
Nice.
just did 24 points of damage. I should be able to move this sucker around the battlefield if I want to.
For sure.
So I'm just going to just walk him into the tree.
Nice, nice. So you kind of firing backwards, and with this kind of agonizing howl, it falls back into the tree where the children were, and it just howls out in pain. And you hear the agony of this creature, and you can tell that it's really an animal in pain, you know. And you sense a kind of a wailingness to it, and a suffering of the creature, that it hates its very own existence, and probably wishes it were dead, but is driven on by this horrifying whistling noise, which seems to control its mind.
Does
and
it catch
the
on
tolling of the
fire because
bell.
it's covered in tar?
It's kind of like a sticky, oozy type thing.
Okay.
It's not like actual tar, but it does set aflame due to the hair, but not kind of. It doesn't go up like a Christmas tree. It's just kind of burning like hair would, I suppose.
Would it take like another D6 of damage, maybe?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So, going back to the top, Evelyn, you're in front of these guys, and they're going to get a chance to jump on you after your assault on them.
Will, I got movement left, right?
You do. You can still move if you want.
I wanted to run towards Evelyn.
Okay. Fantastic. So you rush after Evelyn. She's just round the corner, and these two cultists who have the kind of flayed skin masks on them launch at her, whilst the librarian, who's already been stabbed, is trying to retreat. You got something?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Will, but I'm not sure about whether or not this is a bonus action or not. But casting a spell, is that something that I'm allowed to do?
Yes, it would take you an action, though.
Oh, okay, because my tongue thing, it wasn't that at will.
Yeah, it's at will, but it would still take you an action to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
just checking, man.
So it's like
Thank you.
a cantrip, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
So the librarian guy is trying to retreat backwards, whilst these two cultists kind of file in around him and close ranks to try and attack Evelyn. And they draw out these wicked-looking maces, very kind of like medieval in fashion, but still very capable of bludgeoning someone's face in. Which, Evelyn, you realize that these might be the same hammers that busted in that skeleton's corpse from before. 56 is not enough, and a 94 is not enough either, as they swing in at you with this swinging blow, trying to club you, but you've just managed to dive back out of the way of their radius as Pat turns the corner. Evelyn, it's your turn. You have the whistle.
I do have the whistle. I want to blow that whistle.
Okay, so you blow the whistle, and also Vera gives monthly to give Pat advantage. So Pat, you get an advantage on a roll here. The whistle seems to drive the creature insane. The whistle seems to kind of drive it onwards, and as you kind of blow it, it just roars up in agony once again, hearing this sound, which is at a pitch which is, horrifying for the creature itself. And as it's burning up, you hear it scream out in agony, and it looks like it's kind of goaded it on somewhat. So that happens. That's kind of like a bonus action. You can blow the whistle. You can still move and take an action.
You want to go stab him more? No, there's 3 of them. It's not.
But,
Get behind me. Not that,
Yeah.
I mean, you're already...
Can you stab and then run?
Yeah.
Can I stab and run?
Yeah.
That guy's been after us for a while, like this stupid librarian asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Just-
Okay, I want to charge at the librarian again.
So you'd have to move through these two to get to him
Oh.
at the moment.
Oh,
The hedges aren't particularly...
do it.
So you could attack one of the cultists. You could throw the dagger at the
I'm not
librarian.
my dagger.
Nuh-uh.
So for those 2 men, it's only on their face. It's nowhere else. Just the face with the skin.
It seems though the flayed skin is as a mask on their faces. Yeah.
It doesn't matter with your knife.
Oh, you're right.
Carve through that shit.
Yeah.
Should
You
I
can go
try?
cover like a turkey.
Stab and run.
I want to go stab one of them and see if I can actually cut it off.
Okay. Sure. You can roll me a fighting brawl. Thanks to the host, Mike.
So not my knife thing. Because I looked it up, and knife is its like own.
Oh, okay,
Well,
yeah.
I think it's the same, but
It's fighting anything fighting brawl with melee. It can only if it's something better like a sword or like a lance or some shit.
Yeah.
Melee takes knife and stuff.
okay.
Yep.
I mean, the numbers are the same either way, but I'm. Mhm.
Yeah, gotcha. Remember your simulacrum bonus.
I succeed anyway. I don't even need it.
Nice. Yeah, roll damage. Is it already rolled? No, so it's a D. There you go. Fantastic. So
I
you
succeeded.
nice. So you carve into this face, and unbeknownst to you, as you're trying to like cut off the kind of flayed flesh, you actually cut through this man's jugular with the knife, and this arterial blood just sprays all over you as he gargles and dies on the floor as you cut off the flayed flesh. And he is dying on the ground at this point.
I want to run away. I'm gone. I'm behind Pat now. I'm out of here.
Oh, Evelyn is the dopest character in this game, man. She has the best
Right.
moments in this
really
game.
does.
So here's the thing. It's like Darkest Dungeon, if you guys ever played that. Like, the darker it gets, the more crits you get. The more sanity Evelyn loses, the more damage she does to people because she just fucking loves it.
I am the tank now.
Yeah, you know, she's been tested and she's come like virtuous every time. She's just getting better and better.
Oh man.
And now that we've said all this,
And she
here come all
hated
the
weapons
fails.
in the beginning. That's the best part. Now she's just like, strap him with the
Remember,
jugular.
their overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Right.
So it
I
is.
see her like standing in that dagger and then just like flipping it around her fingers as she walks back.
Yes.
So badass.
Oh man. So that is going to be the turn of the beast. And the beast is somewhat enraged by the spread of flames over it and that whistle, that infernal whistle that keeps driving it onwards. And so it is going to go into essentially a frenzy. Like a blood frenzy at this point, and just track onto the nearest thing it can see and try and tear it down. So let's
So
see.
me, technically.
No, there's two others. There's other guys on the other side.
Yeah, and this thing is actually closer to Nancy at this point than anyone else.
But she's hidden.
Because you got, it's true. So I'm going to see if he can spot you, but he can't on an 82. So the closest person it sees is Evelyn, Pat, and the two and the cultist, and further away the librarian. He's, by the way, pegging it at this point. So he is going to rush into the group of you and essentially try and just swipe at you all.
Attack for each.
Yeah, so it's going to attack each of you. So one on Pat is miss, one on Evelyn is a fine hit, and one on the last cultist is... Oh man, just a miss. Okay.
Why do I have to get hit?
Yeah, sorry. So Evelyn, as this happens, you are going to take 8 wounds, which is
Wait,
horrible.
can we use our crit success against this
Oh
sucker?
no! We have 1d10 healing still from last
You
session.
do have a D10 of healing.
So you can heal that back up.
Oh god, that's right. Yeah, never mind.
Can we do that now?
So you can roll. You can
I
roll a
need
D.
it.
You can roll a D10, Evelyn. Yeah. Okay, so you lose.
helps.
So you basically lose 5. Okay. As it comes into you with a swinging blow, gibbering and jabbering, and pulling at the tenebrous fibres of your mind as it yells and gawps. So that is its turn. Nancy, it's yours. This thing is very wounded and is semi on fire.
Take it out, Nancy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot it. Oh, that's a good success!
That is a good success.
Nice.
Well, that's the damage. Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot it one more time because it's probably still up.
Oh, on your second hit, you're on that one.
Oh, okay. At least I got rid of one of them. But I hit it once.
All right. So what's the damage on the first one?
3.
3, you say? Okay, not so bad. Not so bad. All right. So that's Nancy's turn. So Pat,
Okay, it's still up.
it's still up.
I should have shot at the burning librarian, dude.
And it attacked the owner of the whistle?
It attacked, well, not technically the owner of the whistle, because the owner of the whistle was a librarian, but the cultist who was following the librarian. So it seems like it's out of control at this point.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that if we can't control this sucker anymore, then... Okay, I want to put... Can I do this one at a time? I want to... Because I've got multiple shots here that I can redirect in my little window. Okay, I'm going to go... first shot is at the beast.
Okay.
Fine. I'm once again nervous. Okay,
Nice.
that's a hit. Let me roll damage.
Nice.
8.
Yep. Okay. And that's at the beast, yeah?
That's the beast, yeah.
With your priest bullet.
Does that kill him?
Yes. How does it die?
I spin around, and as it comes in, I see it swipe at Evelyn, and I look, and I can recognize in the beast's eyes the sorrow, that it's being controlled.
Yeah.
And also the insanity. And Pat just aims right between its eyes, and he says, "Rest." Boom, and just.
Nice. Nice.
Check out
So
that library.
the creature just either stumbles backwards into a hedge, basically taking out half of the hedge as it falls and starts to burn to a crisp.
Burn the hedge.
Okay.
The hedge itself doesn't burn too much, a little bit, but doesn't catch.
Okay, Will. We've got one fully fresh cultist in front of us.
Yeah, fully fresh. I like that term. Yeah.
Fully fresh. Okay, one shot, and then I'm gonna spin around and do my other two
Library.
into the cultist. He's the immediate guy in
Okay.
front of us. So.
Okay.
1, 2.
Nice.
Let me get damage for both of those. 9,
Oh damn.
15.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
You know, you gotta do like 6 damage to
Yeah.
kill him.
Pop his head off, and then I aim up, and you say he's hoofing it, he's pegging it, but
He's
he's still
gone.
within my. Right.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's just about to turn a corner, so you get a chance.
Okay. So he's just about to run away like the little person that he is. How far away is he from you, Will?
He is about 40 feet away.
Okay, well I can take 2 shots at him then.
Okay.
1,
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
2,
Nice.
Nice. Let's see the damage.
4,
Oh,
10.
10. Very nice. So you shoot him twice, just as he's turning the corner, and you see him fall down to the ground with a.
Yeah, believe me, I know what it feels like to get 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
That hurts, don't it?
So he is down on the ground about 40 feet away from you guys. The other
say it's my
cultist is dead. So technically we're out of turn order here.
Oh, well, I want to go run over and I want to stab him again.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see him crawling on the floor. These two, you can see where the bullets have actually burned him. They're so hot that his like skin is burning up, and they're the blast marks that you get from gunshot wounds, from those types of guns that Pat has right now, big fucking revolvers basically. And he's like, oh no, don't kill me, don't kill me here. They'll send me back. They'll send me back.
They'll send you back. Why in the fuck would I do anything that you said?
Because I've seen. I've seen what's beyond. What lies there? What's waiting this planet? You see, I was promised immortality if the sacrifices were made. I am not a bad person. I just
kill kids.
I never meant to.
Say it.
I never meant to go down that path.
Well, we can't kill him right now, or they'll get what they want. The bellhead that told 7 times. It already had 4. He would be the 3rd person, unless the beast counts. In which case, we're already fucked, and we should kill him anyway.
The beast is not human. I would
The
be.
kids.
I would be 7. The bell will toll if you kill me, and all hell could break loose here in Venice tonight. Venice It is just the start. Just the start, my friends. Oh.
Why don't you tell us everything you know, and maybe we'll consider not just murderizing you here.
Patch me up.
I have a question.
Patch you up.
I have a question.
Is
If I
he
stab
dying?
him, if I stab him, will it kill him?
He would most likely die from a stab wound right now.
Is there any kind of damage that I could do to him that would not kill him?
I mean, you
'Cause
could.
I really want to.
You could you can flavor beat him up in any way you want and keep him just alive.
I want to flavor kick him in his ribs.
Okay, yeah. It's good flavor. It's good flavor. Smoky bacon. Baby back ribs. He's as you just crack open one of his ribs and you hear that snap from the bone breaking. Oh, please. Oh, please.
You've been a right arse to us.
It's not
Why
my...
should we show you mercy?
It wasn't my choice, you see. I've seen what there is there. I've seen what awaits us. And if I wasn't granted immortality, then I'd just be like everyone else. And the world would burn, and I would burn with it.
Welcome to the shitstorm, buddy. You ain't got no umbrella anymore.
He's like choking on the floor.
I
Will,
know.
is he gonna die?
They're like placed in his gut, so it's likely that he'd die, but it's probably going to take him a couple of hours.
Okay,
What
that's
time
fine.
is it?
It
It is late night. Is it like would he die after midnight?
Yeah, 12:01. This sumbitch is
Maybe
toast.
you don't know what the exact time is.
Okay.
I look at my watch.
Yeah. So you check your special watch. I'm
My
guessing.
special watch.
Oh, you want to check your actual timepiece? Yeah, your.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So your timepiece obviously isn't usually very indicative of the time, but it does tell you that it's 1. So
Hey guys, it's 1.
it doesn't mean that it's 1 of AM
I know
or
we're
PM.
phase
It's
one.
just
I
phase
know.
1. Yeah. But you're fairly sure it's probably about 10 PM, maybe 11. It's difficult to track time in moments like this.
We could.
I want to check.
We need to tie him up at least.
He needs to turn out his pockets. This guy ain't walking around here without a timepiece or without something. So I want to put a gun. I'm gonna keep my timepiece out, put a gun to his head, and I'm gonna say, "Where the hell's our other clock?"
There are words you're supposed to be using instead of these.
It's. I don't have it anymore. My creator does. He's behind all of this. Well, it was that or an eternity in hell. Or worse, the things he does. Unspeakable things. Things even I.
Even you haven't done.
Yes,
But you're a good man. You've just been railroaded down this life of insidious crime. Get the fuck out of here.
It was survival. Pure and simple. I won't pretend that my motivations or intentions were honorable, but I did what I had to do to stay alive.
And look where I got you.
Put your hands out.
He puts his hands out.
Okay. Nancy, step on his fingers. Evelyn, step on his fingers. I'm gonna search his shit. I'm gonna see what he's got on him. I don't want that asshole pulling something out and using it on us.
So you do so. You give him a thorough searching. You find a set of ancient scrolls on him, which look similar to those of the Sedefkar Simulacrum scrolls that you saw before, which were not complete. So these may be the other half, or the twins.
I don't have the sanity to read those. So.
You can always get him to read them for you.
Good thing I'm fine.
So yes, he says,
Listen. What I did was wrong, yes. Terrible, unspeakable things which I've done. But now they're done, and both you and I know that you've done things that you wouldn't have been proud about a year ago from now. Am I right?
No, I think we're pretty good because we're doing things for the good and not evil.
Really? Good. Do you know what would happen if you destroyed the simulacrum? What you think the Christians have told you, what they think is right is...
Oh, well, I know that's what's right, so you could just shut your mouth
Then
now.
you are a fool.
I want to smack him.
sure.
anything
so-
else on him? Well,
what's
how about
in-
money? Is this?
He does
Yeah.
carry a fair amount of money on him. You find £100
Nice.
worth of value, seeing as we're not doing. I think that is Lyre. I think it's the Venetian currency at the moment. But yeah, he's got 100.
So what's about this mausoleum? Did you get there yet?
He says the mausoleum is where we've been keeping the creature.
Why are you here, other than to do this shit with the tree? Why is it being done here?
Tell us everything you know.
It's a test. Venice is an experiment for Macreat. He wants to see on a smaller scale what would happen to the world.
Where's Macreat?
At any given time, he could be at any place. I don't even know what number he's on. Which
Well,
phase.
you know what? That's kind of funny if he can be wherever he wants, and he ain't here to save you, his trusted friend.
Oh, make no mistake. I am no friend of Macreat's, and he knows that. I'm his pawn, and he's made that very clear from day one.
Well, then you're a shitty asset.
Say what you will, I've done much for Macreat and his twisted schemes in hopes of keeping myself alive, but he also has my family.
He has a habit of doing that.
Yes.
Well, yes, perhaps now you understand that some of the things I've done are for the good of my own people.
Right, but you went ahead and killed some kids. You took them from their families.
Better
Yeah,
them
you're a
than my
goddamn
own.
Saint.
Better their children than mine.
Hey, whoever's got a real clock, let me know when it's 12:01.
Alright. Oh, Tadbury! By the way, how are you doing?
Tadbury is a gibbering mess on the floor.
Alright, well, you just stay right there.
Does
Everything will be
Tadbury have
fine.
any money on him?
No, we're not stealing from Tadbury.
He probably does.
Poor sweet
not gonna roll with that.
mental man right now.
But yes.
Will, can I check the body of the beast?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
And the cultists.
And yeah, we're just
Yeah,
cleaning
still-
all these guys up.
It's a maze. It'll take people a minute to get to it.
Alright, so you find one appears to be a kind of scrumpled up note on one of the cultists. And it reads, "Make sure there are 7 tonight." And it says the location of the manor that you're at now. It says Gramanchi household. Obviously, the maze area and the mausoleum where you guys are at currently is a Gramanchi household, so it looks like they've been sent here, perhaps by Macreat, to do this. And then it ends with the bell will toll.
Would they have a map of the maze on them?
They don't know.
Alright. What else is in that mausoleum? Any pieces of the simulacrum?
Yes. One of the
Did you already
pieces
move
lies
it out,
there.
or is it still there?
It is there. It is how we've been keeping control of the beast, along with that whistle. It's dark energy. You must be feeling it. I can sense it now. You have several pieces, I know. But you should know that they are not to be trusted. Whilst their power is strong, they will draw dark creatures like this towards you.
I think that's a problem we're going to have anyways, honestly.
True enough. Fenalik is the main enemy of Macreat.
Oh,
is-
great!
How do you hurt Fenalik?
With any magical weapon, ghost or apparition can be harmed.
Right. I tear open his shirt. Is he patched up?
Yeah, he has been grafted quite a lot. Which
Where are his
means-
grafts located?
primarily,
For just pure scientific purposes.
of course, yeah, primarily across his chest and arms, where it looks like hardened skin has been grafted onto his flesh. It's not complete, so he's not entirely protected.
Okay. In comparison to the big Turk that we fought in the dream world, he was covered, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He was legs and everything, right?
For sure, yeah, he's definitely less covered than The large Turk from the opera.
Okie dokie. Okay, they got nothing else on them. What are we gonna do with this guy?
I'd say we tie him up and bring him to the mausoleum.
Yeah,
Get that piece of the simulacrum.
He's bleeding out, but as long as we keep him alive until...
Listen, I'm more used to you alive than I am dead. I know things about Macred and the organization, without which you will not stand a chance once you get to Constantinople.
So you know things and you haven't already told us. Well, that's not very bright of you, isn't it?
Well, of course I have. If I told you everything I know, you'd just kill me.
Well, you don't know that. You can't look inside my head.
I think I'm pretty clear
we're not
that...
Macri yet. We're a lot better than him, but
You're
you're
all-
withholding stuff that shows unwillingness to cooperate. And I am quite well versed with the law. And let me tell you some things, laddie.
I'm not quite sure if you're aware, but you're all fucking insane. You've been killing people in every city that we've been to.
Bad
He
people.
messed up. He messed up.
Not every city.
Evelyn's gonna get in his face and like have the dagger like to his face. It's like, I'm not fucking crazy.
Oh, but I'm afraid you are, sweetheart.
I'm gonna like draw like a tick mark, not anything that was fatal, just a little bit to like make him bleed a little bit into his cheek.
Nice.
I'll tick.
He flinches at the pain.
So, as you can see, it's within my interests to withhold certain pieces of information until I am patched up and safe. Listen, my life doesn't mean too much to me, but the only way which my family survive is if I continue to help Macred or crush him. Do you have any power to destroy Macred, or are you as blind and stumbling in the dark as I have suspected you are?
I have no reason to trust him. You know that, right?
Wait a minute, I want to try something. Who do you think we're working for, homie?
The Christians.
Count Fenelic, my friend. He sent us here, told us about everything.
Aye, he told us about the mausoleum.
What makes you think you're going or helping anything when you die? I know the Count, and I know he likes his meat fresh.
In fact, Harvey died, and he had a little chat with Mr. Fenelic himself, and you know what? Harvey's up and walking around with us now. What do you think is the greater... And, not family held for ransom or anything. What do you think is a better guy to work for?
So you've allied yourself with Fenelic,
For now.
Well, you are...
My main reason for saying this is Fenelic's been following us around.
Yeah.
I want him to hear this.
Aye. Aye.
Yeah. He says, well,
Then you're just as insane as I am.
Oh, hey. I haven't killed a kid yet, as far as I know.
You'll be surprised how easy it becomes.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think so.
Well, I like to kill old, fat, pedophile-like librarians. So, I think I might satiate that phobia here pretty soon. Can we lift this asshole up and move him towards the mausoleum? Obviously, he knows the way.
And Nancy wants to, rip off part of her skirt or take off, a belt or something, and to make sure his hands are secured behind his back, so that way he can't stab us with anything.
And he has no weapons on him anywhere.
he is not armed, no. It seems like the beast was his weaponry and his protectors.
Now, the hammers that you said the other cultist had, are they laced up with runes?
They're not. They do seem to be kind of just big mace clubs, essentially.
Okay, and so the cultists were not armed with anything that appears to be enchanted.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so he will lead you to the mausoleum, and it's a couple of minutes walk, although it's a bit slower with the librarian.
And I make sure Tadberry's okay and comes with us.
Yeah,
so
he
leave by
is-
himself just in case.
Yeah, gibbering to himself essentially at this point.
Here's a handkerchief. You'll be fine. It's okay. It's been a rough day. You'll be fine. We'll get a cup of tea after this and some whiskey.
Cadbury is definitely broken. So yeah, you head to the mausoleum and you see that it is essentially kind of this old sort of burial site, and it leads down into the ground where there's an open doorway into darkness.
In there.
in there.
All right, well, you
That's the
first.
best you got in there. Well, lead the way, asshole.
He'll like
Any-
stumble, but he requires like someone to lean on as he's stumbling.
I'll hold him by the back of the neck.
Okay.
Gun to the base of his skull.
Any traps or anything we should be aware of?
No.
I want to insight check. I want a psychology check.
Okay.
See if he's lying about that.
Oh,
Nice.
damn!
Very good.
No his intentions.
He doesn't seem to be lying about there being traps here.
Okay.
He says, the trap itself was the beast, of course.
And now he stumbles inside, and there are some sconces on the walls that you guys can light up to get some better illumination in this kind of dark chamber. And you see that essentially on an altar is the statued head of the Sedefkar simulacrum, which is essentially the head of a Turkish man, which has been sort of chiseled off and broken apart. And you do sense the dark aura of energy around it.
Does it look like Mehmet Makriat, the head?
You could roll me I guess like a history check.
Okay.
Good call.
You've only kind of glanced at Makriat.
Nope.
I've seen him.
Yeah, you've seen him. It's very difficult to say. The statue isn't lifelike.
Okay, yeah. I was just curious because that would explain a whole lot. So. Alright.
Good call. That's an awesome call.
So there it is. Well, we know there's enough room in my purse for a head, so I guess I just chuck it in there.
You sure you don't want to put that one up the skirt? The skirt
No,
I'm holding?
no, that is not where heads go, Mr. Pot.
Yeah. Hey. I've heard a lot of stories.
I'll put it where, in a nice little niche next to where Harvey's head once sat in my purse.
Oh my god, that's right. This is the second head you've had in your purse.
Yeah.
It is.
This game is
That's
so
why I
fucked
said
up.
I know my first purse will fit a head. So
Oh, I didn't even. My mind has so much shit going through it right now about this damn thing.
So the librarian, he says,
Now you have the piece of the simulacrum. You merely need to ensure that no one else dies this night.
Great.
When does that? The dawn? Is dawn past due?
I'm not entirely sure. Dawn should be fine, yes.
All right. Sounds good.
he like takes a
What-
seat.
was
What
there
hap-
anybody else working with you tonight, or just those two punks?
Yes, myself and those two.
Insight check him, Nancy.
Yeah. That is not a success.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, no, I was just gonna say. Well, if anybody comes in here, guess who gets shot first?
I don't think anyone will come here now. Its purpose has been served. Now the beast has been unleashed and trained.
All right.
More likely they're back at the mansion if there were anyone around. The children are easy prey.
I feel like we should go back to the party. At least some of us should go back to the party.
He's leading us back there.
I know.
He's driving us back there. How's Tadbury acting? Will?
Yeah.
Tadbury's fucked up, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
like legit. He's
Yeah,
not, like, putting on
Tadbury.
an act.
No, you could roll me a psychology.
Yeah.
He's failed like every sanity
I
roll.
wanna. He succeeded on one.
Did
I
he?
wanna give him a shot of whiskey and try to calm him down.
Oh my god, I made it.
A good psychology roll.
Nice.
Yeah, you think Tadbury is, basically going through shock.
Okay.
I feel like drinking whiskey should bring sanity back.
What was that? Was it Fallout where you could drink and it would make you better? Wasn't that what it, or no,
Yeah.
Bioshock.
Bioshock,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I think in this game it'd probably be something more like laudanum. Is the
Laudanum. We
traditional
need to
drug
get
of choice.
some laudanum in this place.
Yeah,
I think
some-
I might actually have some still from that French doctor.
Yeah, any kind of opiate would probably be Traditionally, all of the people writing stories, Lovecraft's works, are on opium or laudanum or something to try and keep away the visions, and alcohol, to be fair.
Let's go drug shopping.
I'm gonna give Tadbury a shot of whiskey and one of the leftover like pills we got from when we got doctored up by the French doctor. And be like, here, just take these, you'll feel better.
Okay. He'll take him. You know, he's like he's a speechless
Don't
mess.
waste our good shit on Tadbury.
Well, yeah, we need him to not be like a super gibbering mess.
That's the good shit.
Not a super gibbering mess.
Are we all headed back to the house, or?
Will, is the maze moving still, or is it stationary now?
It's if you head outside. It's the thing is, it's never actively moved before your very eyes. It's just always kind of deceived you in where you thought it was is now moved. So the same entrances and exits are there from when you went inside the mausoleum as when you come out. So that much you know.
Okay.
So the librarian, he says, I can lead you out of here quickly.
I'm sure you can.
Is there something waiting for us at the house?
I'm not sure. The police may have been called.
We did start a fire in the maze.
Well, that and like gunshots.
And we
there
shot
was a
like
lot of
30
gunshots.
bullets.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, the fireworks have started. Oh, those aren't fireworks.
My advice would be for us to go to a different phase as we return.
No. No.
I'm
No,
an insight
no,
check
no.
that. I'm a
Mm-mm.
psychology, like,
All right.
that's a success.
Evelyn's going hysterical. She's just no.
Oh yeah, he's totally got different, alternative motives for getting out of this place.
Remember what they told us about that. You got to kill everybody in every phase. These people that work with Macreat. So he's going to bump up to phase 2 and probably be fucking fine or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
But
You
we're
have
not
been told
switching-
that for the doctor to truly die, the librarian to truly die, you'd have to kill him in all 4 phases. So even if you killed him in this life, it's entirely possible that he would continue to exist in some manner on different phases.
Oh, wait a minute then. That means that he'd be alive where the clock tower actually is. The
Correct.
clock tower isn't in phase 1. He wouldn't count as 7.
Maybe.
I don't know about that. Let's
Because-
No, this is
Yeah.
Pat thinking this up.
Yeah.
Pat's real happy with himself. Wait a minute. I
No,
can't kill you.
Let's not
No.
risk it till dawn at least.
because it counted
I
when
would-
we were in the first one.
It did count in the first one
Harvey's
with
other
Harvey.
body died.
And
then
we
these
do know
kids-
too that when the bodies, is something that was earmarked for phase 2, comes to phase 1. You saw what happened to Harvey. He passed out and then killed himself. Didn't had some type of like. So I'm not sure that the actual the librarian of phase 2 could come to phase 1. Maybe, but it
It
seems
hasn't been confirmed, but it's certainly a theory which could hold some truth. You could always ask the librarian. He does seem to be more knowledgeable about these things.
Yeah,
Aye,
but,
tell
like,
us
you
about
can
this
tell us the truth.
time swappy stuff because I know you've got ulterior motives for wanting to go to phase 2. And tell us the truth because I can tell you're onto something.
his
I'm
boys are there
psychotic.
waiting at the tower. That's why.
There are 4 phases of existence which Macreat has created. They are of his own machinations. I believe they have been active for several centuries. He has gained the ability to shift in and out and create versions of mockery of life on each. But I tell you this, the reason why I fear my death in the phase 1, this is only on a true mortal plane where my soul exists, where any of our mortal tethers ground us into reality. On the other 3, we are but a mockery of ourselves if our true soul has been destroyed in the real world. If I were to die here, then yes, I would continue to exist on 2, 3, and 4, but I would be a slave to Macreat, a mindless abomination. As would you.
Just like the shopkeeper in Lasan.
What happens when you die in the other forms, though?
Slowly you are broken apart. Your sanity, your body is destroyed until you are nothing left but a worm. One of those things on the fourth phase that you have seen. They were once people, Macret's slaves, minions. The chess pieces that he owns are carved from the thousands who have died on his mad crusade over the centuries.
What's his obsession with chess?
Truly, I do not understand it, but he seems to be involved in some kind of game with himself or another player. I'm not quite sure. It could be Fennelik, it could be God, or the Christians' God. I'm not... Honestly, I've never been in that deep before with Macreat for fear of losing my own mind. But it is no life. And that is the fate of mankind, the fate of my family. I might have failed.
Where's your family at?
What did I know?
You just got him held up somewhere?
I have been shown visions.
You ain't tried to glean that from him?
I have been shown visions, and I'm haunted by nightmares of their suffering, which I know in my heart to be true. He has prisons in different phases where he keeps people and manipulates others into doing his will.
How many members in your family?
3. My wife, my son, my daughter.
How old are they?
My wife, 43. My son, Edward, 12. My daughter, Rosa, 7.
If we find them, we'll free them.
I fear that once my body has been destroyed in this reality, Macred will have no more use for them. They will be worms, but I thank you for the gesture.
What phase are you keeping them on? Because they all look kind of different color tones and such.
Yes,
They're spread throughout.
yes.
Oh, okay.
He would not keep them all in one place. He's very clever. Such things. Knows how to use people. Manipulate them. Do you have
listen.
any loved ones?
Listen,
I'm not
librarian.
telling you that.
So much of me want to be like, I have a husband.
He lives at.
His address is.
Do it.
So what do you propose here? We let you go, and then we get to fight your ass again after you take whatever intel you've gleaned from us back to Macreat? And you say that you can combat Macreat. Well, I mean, how the hell are you going to do that? I mean, these guys can pop in and out of shit. You don't think they're going to kill you the first chance they get if they think that you're going the other way, or just wipe out your family?
I mean, we almost killed him with a couple of bullets and a stab wound, so...
The only way is deception. If I were to be a mole for you... Of course, you don't trust me. You have no reason to.
None.
You kind of broke that when we were in Milan, so I mean...
I was doing my job.
I mean, right, you ain't a bad guy. You just kill kids whenever some crazy Turk tells you to do it. And I mean, I'm right there with you.
You would do the same.
Get your birthday card.
You would do the same. If it were you.
Clearly, I have not.
Well, if you have any loved ones, then make sure that they are safe. But my plan would be, although you will not see it through, that I would help you by being on the inside, tell you where Macreat is, where he's going, where his forces are moving, what game he's playing, what move he's making next. And then in Constantinople, when all hell will break loose upon this earth, I can try my best to stab him in the back alongside you.
I want to insight check that. I want to psychology that.
Sure.
Success.
He appears to be genuine. It looks like he's probably got nothing left to lose. He's done worse things than this already. And he really wants his life.
We are taking a big risk if we tell him that it's okay for him to be a mole for us.
Oh, hell yeah. He's been promised immortality. I mean, what were we promising him? A puncher's chance to beat Macreat? And he seems convinced that if we do what we're supposed to do and destroy the simulacrum, that's worse than what Macreat's
Oh,
going to do.
all right. So, say we're considering this option here, but what you said you knew that what would happen if we destroyed the simulacrum instead? How would that be worse? Since you seem to know so much about it.
The phases which Macreat keeps separate from this world, they would collapse. They would form all into the same phase, the reality which truly exists. The chaos that exists there would be brought crashing into your world. Thousands would die. Millions.
And so sorry.
To destroy it and to... well, to do that would be folly. The only way would be to hide the pieces from the world.
I was going to say, you know, what's to keep us from heading to Polynesia, dropping this head in a goddamn volcano? The rest of them would be fine. Somebody wants it, they can go swimming.
Macreat would haunt you to the ends of the earth.
Better us than everybody else.
Perhaps. Although perhaps destroying Macreat and bringing that chaos to the world is the true price that Earth must pay for allowing the evil of Macreat to exist.
You know that would include your family, right? Even if you stopped us from destroying everything, there's no actual guarantee that he would give your family back to you.
I am aware.
So your family would be included in this chaos, this punishment. So
I know. I understand the price. But you must understand too that destroying the simulacrum is not the easy way out. There will be a toll. The price will be that of much of mankind, but perhaps you're right. Perhaps the ensured destruction of mankind that Macreat will bring, if he is allowed to gain all of the pieces of the simulacrum together, is worth the gamble on destroying him forever.
So I do like the idea of throwing it in a volcano. We could totally get like the sacred skin and we could just flush it and like make it like a bag kind of around the skull or something and just kind of throw it in the volcano. That would protect it and it's hidden.
Right. I mean,
If
you got
you-
indestructible teeth. Harv's got indestructible eyes.
And Macreat
And
himself.
tongue.
And Macreat himself has the ability to be at any place in the world and senses the simulacrum at all times. He is also incredibly resistant, if not immune, to mortal pain. Throw it in a volcano, bury it anywhere in the ground, he'll dig it up and he'll have it. It's safest in your hands.
So, question: if he can sense it at all times, then how come it's taken him so long to find all these pieces? He said centuries.
Whilst he has been able to sense them, he cannot necessarily control the power of the simulacrum itself. That's why he works through third parties like me. He fears the power of the simulacrum, and has been building the towers as well. The towers, without them, he could not bring the doom which he wishes upon the world, so he built those towers first. Now he is amassing the simulacrum, the final piece of his puzzle. Or if he held the pieces of the simulacrum for centuries, they would have destroyed him by now.
You said that we should hide them instead, but he can be anywhere. What's the point in hiding them? Why is that your other plan?
We would need
If he would-
guardians, of course.
But this would just be an endless cycle. He would fight them and find them, and it would just be forever.
Listen, I'm a man trying to get my family out here alive somehow. Forgive me for coming up with a flawed plan.
We'll get better plans.
I'm open to ideas.
How have you kept from going batshit crazy?
You think I have? I suppose that's kind of you to say, but things I've done, friend.
Now, you're able to carry yourself without any type of phobia or fears. We know what it's been doing to us, and you've been doing this shit for years. There ain't no way that you've gotten through and gotten this far with all the shit that you've done, and you're still as relatively level-headed as a child killer can be.
My Kriat does protect me somewhat.
How?
Shelters us.
How?
He takes a sigh and says, there is certain escape which can be found in the obscuring of the mind via drugs, medicine. It can make you forget.
He's her drug dealer.
Macread hands us these bottles. We forget the deeds which we have done. It helps.
Where do you get these bottles?
I have some.
Where?
He takes a big sigh, and says,
Well, I do have a cabinet in the place I'm staying at in my hotel.
And what would the name of that hotel be? And what is your room number?
And your key, please.
and your social security number.
And what is
He
your live Jasmine password?
No, not the live Jasmine.
yeah, he'll give you the the room number and the place he's staying at.
All right. Well,
I just had a quick question, real quick. So what would happen if, we say we destroyed one of Macariot's towers on phase 1?
Destroying them on phase 1. I know not if it would have any real effect. I think the tower would come down and, well, it would still exist in the 4th phase, where the true being
Alright.
claws its way into the heart of the earth.
Alright. That's just a question I had while thinking.
all right. Where's the next piece, Doc? Librarian, whoever the hell I'm talking to.
Doc Brarian.
Librarian.
He says, I don't know. This was the last piece I was given information on, but if I were to speak with Macreat again, somehow convince him, I would learn of its location.
But now, correct me if I'm wrong. You have just failed, right?
I have.
Pretty big fuck up too, ain't it?
Indeed.
And is Macreat a forgiving guy?
No, but I needn't fail.
He leaves it at that.
Okay, well, I think he's going to kill your ass as soon as you go back and he realizes just how badly this went.
There is another option, of course.
What's that? It doesn't involve me putting on a bonnet and calling you Little Bo Peep or anything, does it?
We make sure that there are 7. We sacrifice Venice.
We sacrifice fucking Venice. Well, boy, oh boy, I take back that comment about you not being crazy.
It is but one city.
A
No
very
shit.
big city filled with lots of people.
Not all would die.
What happens if there isn't exactly 7? What if there's like 8 or 9 or like 30?
The only way Macreat would let me back into his inner circle is if I succeed. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. But if you want someone on the inside, directly at Macriat's side, feeding you information, then the price...
And how are you going to do that? How are you going to feed us information?
He shrugs. Letters, messages, meetings. Macriat does not watch me all the time. The price would be that.
I don't know.
Okay,
Guys.
I'm slow here. So to recap, you want us to skull fuck Venice, so you can get back in the good graces of your boss, who's promised you immortality, and also happens to have your family held captive. And then you're going to, once the leverage is solely back on your shoulders, you're going to risk all that, how close you and your family came to oblivion, to pass us notes in class. Bullshit. I'm calling it.
What time is it by now?
Oh, it's probably been 30 minutes or so.
Fuck, dude. An hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, dawn is 6 a.m., so you probably got a little while.
Oh, dawn. Okay. I don't know
Yeah.
why we were still talking midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Okay,
says...
let's get this guy out of here.
Yeah. Okay. So you're moving back to the mansion?
Where we? Yeah, I know.
The mansions of
that
madness?
will. So you take him right back here? No, somewhere else.
Well, there's one way in, one way out, my friend. You gotta go past it at least.
Well, we
I
can
still
at
want to just
least.
say, fuck it, we're staying in the
we're just-
mausoleum.
right.
Just hanging out here for the rest of the night. We're camping, okay?
Camping or just like we're just gonna cut through this hedge.
All right,
No,
I will
it's fine.
be. I'll be right back. I gotta go get a quick drink. But talk amongst yourselves about your plan.
Take
whilst
your
I'm gone.
time. Take your time. It's cool. Next 30 minutes, just, you know.
Sure. When I return. Oh, when I return.
No.
Yes, Mac. I have a fear of time and clocks. I'm afraid. So
Chat,
I
you guys have been awesome tonight. Thank you.
Are you dying, Lindy? Are you okay?
Oh no.
Kind of sick. I've been dying this whole time. It's fine. Thankfully, there's a mute button.
So
That
I
sucks.
think that we should at least go to the entrance of the maze. Maybe not like, rush through.
Yeah, it's tempting to be like, I'll just take, Mr. rocking back and forth out, and you take him out.
Because if you could cause a distraction with Mr. Freaking Out over there,
Like, we solved the crime. Unfortunately, there were a few casualties.
I don't know if you should be a part of that thing, because you may get like stuck in the questioning and stuff, and we need you. We could send him by himself
Yeah.
to go talk to everybody and be like, oh my god, there was a murder. I call the police if you haven't already. Like all that, like get him to get everybody in one location. Or if we can get everybody to go in the maze, we can just sneak out. Because it means one direction to go to the thing. We can just,
Yeah.
when they pass them. I don't know. This is a mess. And I know
I
he
do-
wants us to go back to the mansion.
I know
Yeah,
we should
there's
go back to
backup
the
there.
hotel. Definitely go to the hotel to get those potion bottles, though.
Definitely. We just have to get out of here. And we could carve our way through the hedge, but that may take time. So
If we burn it. I don't know. Oh shit, he's back.
oopsie.
We have nothing.
Oh dear. Oh good.
Can we
We've decided that the mausoleum is beautiful this time of evening.
It
It
very
is.
much is.
Can we have a long rest here, please?
Right?
Sure. You can stay up here if you want. I got no problem with you staying in a dark mausoleum overnight.
A bitch.
But I need help. I need sanity back.
I can do first aid on Evelyn, and I think that gives her back immediately. Is it 2?
Maybe 1, I think, based on how
Yeah,
I played all the
it's
time.
1 or 2. I forget which one it is.
I think it's one.
It's one.
Yeah.
1. Okay. Never mind.
Oh.
Why do you hate me? Can I first aid myself?
Yeah, you can actually.
Yeah, you can.
Never mind.
Why do you hate you?
Right?
There, drink
Myself.
some whiskey.
We've decided that whiskey gives you health now.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Will, can
That
we head
acts.
back and try to get in the car that What's His Nut brought us in?
What's this name?
Yes, Alberto, yes.
Alberto.
Sure. So you're letting the librarian guide you through the hedge maze?
Yeah. What are we doing about Tadbury?
I mean, I don't like to say fuck Tadbury, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Should we,
what was Tadbury really thinking? Showing up here like as you know, Christ, the first sign of problems, and he's on the floor.
Yes. It is entirely possible that Tadbury wasn't thinking.
Yeah, we've got to worry about what's his name, Charleston, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
he's
ass
he's
ain't
the-
gonna
the
believe any of
mansion.
this.
So he's somewhere at the house doing
Damn
God
it,
knows
I don't want
what.
to do this.
What are you
Oh,
about
no.
to do?
I love it.
Pat, please.
Son of a bitch.
I will go back to the mansion with Tadbury if you guys want to get him out of there.
I mean, if we could at least get to the car and just throw librarian man in there and somebody watch him.
Okay, I tell everybody, go on up ahead. I'll take care of Tadbury. I want to make sure he's all right. And
I don't believe you.
come on, I'm not going to hurt him.
That's true. We can't.
Why
have
would
that
I ever
seventh
do that?
bull.
I mean, it's Tadbury.
It's Tadbury. Come on. I couldn't hurt Tad.
Yes, Mr.
Right?
Mr. Pat, please
Absolutely.
do look after me.
I shall, my friend. Okay,
So Nancy and Evelyn are headed off with the librarian.
I feel like this is a terrible idea.
This is such a bad idea, but let's do it.
Hold
Let's
on.
go.
hold on.
Huh?
I'm going to throw an elephant into this room here in a second. I take well, as soon as we leave, we have that horrific scene of the beast and the dead cultists and the kids, right?
Sure.
Right. Okay. And there's like blood everywhere where the kids were killed, right?
That is right.
Okay. Well, I kind of back Tadbury into that area, and I say, buddy, you might want to, whenever you get back to merry old England, maybe look into another line of work, like I don't know, librarians. Sort of coming out at me right now, but
Right, yes.
Be
Right.
an Evelyn librarian.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, it'd be safer for you, and I also want you to know that I'm sorry. And I push him down in the blood.
He is, horrified. Oh God! And there's all this, blood covering his arms and his legs, and his hands, and he's on the floor, and he kind of like manages to get himself back up, but he's just, there's blood all over him at this point.
Right.
Why would you do that, you beast?
I am, and I apologize, but I'm not sure how much everyone's gonna take your beast theory into consideration if we don't have a guy running around with blood all over him. And I take off running the other way.
He's like, no,
I
come
push
back,
him down
come back.
again and I run.
Yeah. Okay. So you just run away from him.
You're framing him.
And
Terrible.
Nancy and Evelyn are presumably heading off with the librarian at this point through the
Yep.
through the
Correct.
maze.
They're right around the corner and I meet up with them. I say, Tadbury's deep in his investigation. Let's go.
All right.
Do you guys buy that?
So much for your shipping of that.
Just be like, but I thought he hated blood.
What if he dies back there?
He dies back there. Ain't nothing. Hey, listen, if you're worried about him, I know I did the right thing.
So Tadbury is presumably back somewhere, doing
Yep.
who knows what, as you've thrown him into the pile of children's bodies and blood.
He's gonna
Twice.
come back insane, dude.
Did you just make a monster? Maybe.
If I just make Hugh Grant a monster, season done.
I think
That's the best thing it's ever happened.
Hugh Grant may be a monster in himself already, to be fair. in many ways. Except for where I could see you, buddy. So you head back to the mansion, and where you were expecting there to be police crawling all over the place and people worried and running around, the house is eerily silent. And the car is gone. The door to the house does lie open.
Oh, nope.
I feel a little bit bad about leaving Ted.
I know.
No.
Nancy's like,
I do a little bit. There's a little bit of me.
Toddbury? It's me? Toddbury? Do you hear anything behind us?
There's no cars. There's no nothing. This place is.
It's gone. It's abandoned, you know?
Are there no cars?
No cars.
I'm talking.
I turned to the librarian. What the fuck is going on?
He shrugs his shoulders.
Can we hear anything inside the house? Like, is there any kind of sound, lights, anything?
Roll me a spot hidden.
I'm gonna, yeah. Oh,
I succeed.
You do see that there are lights on in the house.
Like in specific rooms or all throughout?
It looks like all throughout. Oh, you also don't know what each of the rooms are, other than the
Well, I didn't know if
kitchen
there's gonna
area.
be like this window's on, but that one's not, and
yeah, like lights or just a light, you know.
I so don't want to go into this house. I don't know what to do, guys.
What time is it, Will?
1.
No, not that time. The actual goddamn time.
Nigh, my friends, the time is nigh. You're fairly sure it's probably about 11 at this point, maybe getting on for midnight.
Nancy's gonna go back in the maze.
Nancy goes back in the maze.
Yeah, she should have leave Tadbury. This is freaky. This is weird.
Oh, damn it. Listen, he's fine, Nancy. Who are you gonna believe, Tadbury or me? Oh, come on.
What do we do then?
Go in the house.
Do we just leave? Do we go in the house? Do we set it on fire?
Do we sit
Well,
That's our default.
Nancy's going back into the maze, so that much we know.
Shit, Nancy.
Pat, make a decision, because I don't know.
Make a decision.
You guys are so bad at decision making.
Pat, make a decision,
because we're
because
so scared.
everything's bad. We need Harvey.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, let's get back in the maze.
Yeah.
This is our safe space.
Should we go back in the maze together?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you catch up with Nancy,
Fuck.
and you go back to the kind of scene where the kids and the beast were.
Yep. And
You-
calling for Tadbury.
Yeah. You notice that one of the children's bodies is missing, and Tadbury isn't there.
I'd like to look for tracks.
Sure.
Oh, fuck.
So is that a spot hidden to find anything? That succeeds.
You see a set of tracks leading back to the mausoleum.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, go.
Go, yep.
Yes.
Going. Terrible people.
This
Nah,
is
this
so
is.
bad.
I scotched up.
What
big
did
time.
you do?
I fucked up big time.
All right. Yep. We went to the mausoleum. Booking it.
So what are you doing with the librarian? Because he can't keep up with your running.
She's running. I don't. Pat, are you running? Because I'm not.
This isn't gonna matter. Fuck. Damn it.
I love this
I just
game.
fucking handed that to you, Will.
Oh, on
I'm
a
so
silver
stupid.
platter.
Oh, I'm so upset with myself.
If you're the death of us, I swear to God.
No, oh, shit. I just gave him number 7.
Yep.
And
Poor
if that's the
Sudbury.
death of us, we're gonna have a problem.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm running. Gonna try to stop that corpse from murdering Tadbury.
All right.
He's dead. I mean,
Nancy's
come
going
on.
in solo.
Oh goodness. So
You know, redundant, you are absolutely right. That is what happens when Harvey's not there to reel Pat in.
How dare you be ill?
How dare you get sick?
I'm sick and I'm still here.
So, who is running towards the mausoleum and who is staying with the librarian?
I'm staying with the librarian.
Okay.
Do you want me to run ahead?
And Will, I need a countdown here on midnight.
Okay. We're a good at least 20 minutes away from midnight, I'd say.
Well, like, I need to know when it's like 5 minutes away from midnight.
I'll give you a shout.
I guess if he's gonna watch the library, then I'll run ahead to catch up with Nancy.
Okay. So, Nancy and Evelyn rush forwards, trying to catch up with Tadbury and whatever has potentially awoken or been reanimated, as we know can happen rather easily. The two of you just rush back towards the mausoleum through the rain and through the mud, and enter into the mausoleum just in time to
Watch
see
him die.
Tadbury's eye being pierced by this little girl's finger that just pushes her finger into his eye and back through his socket.
No!
And she's wearing this little dress covered in blood and all these wounds that she died from. And the finger just kind of goes all the way back to the back of his head and into his brain. And you see him just...
If we can keep him alive. We keep that body alive for 20 minutes.
He falls down onto the ground and the little girl just kind of looks at you. Greg, pack and roll me 2 wild magic surges from Irvin.
I deserve them.
This is...
You do deserve them, because this is your fault, and this is terrible.
I'm not taking 100% of the blame for this,
Nope,
but I'll take like
It's
80.
all your fault.
Will was gonna fuck us no matter
You
what. I
left
just gave it to him.
Tadbury.
He didn't have to think.
It
We'll
was-
had the time off.
It was easy.
I'll take the blame on not saving the girl.
Yeah. Yeah, that was 5 luck right there. And this could have been... Oh dear.
No, it would have remembering the simulacrum, and it would have been.
True, that would have done it, yeah. 3632. Tomorrow... Oh goodness. Tomorrow, Pat wakes convinced that he's just been resurrected. Which is perfect. It's a perfect insanity to have because he knows that the little girl's been resurrected.
Now wait a minute. Does she still count?
You're trying to barter with the facts here, aren't we?
Does she still count as she's revived?
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause-
totally not.
I mean,
You guys are
that's
totally
the-
right. You get them on the
Yeah,
fine print.
LaRue didn't count.
Yeah, you guys will totally get them on the fine print. So 8144, a tornado arises. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. So, as the finger goes into the back of the eye socket of Tadbury, and he falls down dead onto the ground, we hear a bell tolling 7 times. And the...
I was gonna shoot the librarian.
We can still shoot him. It's fine because it doesn't matter anymore.
No, fuck. I'm not gonna make it worse.
Not gonna
and
make it worse.
a tornado erupts around the maze as these eldritch energies just burst themselves out of the ground, and the tentacles of the fourth phase of existence just rip their way out from the earth, and there are maggots and worms crawling all over the floor. And distantly, from around the city of Venice, you see the same thing happening as the city is becoming entrenched and, erupting essentially from the force of the spell being cast. And the little girl is just staring at you two, by the way, Evelyn and Nancy. And
Can I shoot her?
yeah, roll me a attack.
It succeeds with the simulacrum.
Nice. Roll me damage.
She's mad. Nancy's mad.
Oh, damn. Tell me how you kill this girl.
Blow her fucking head off.
Nice.
Close.
Yeah, you walk in just in time to see this. You lower the pistol and you blow out her brains with one clean shot just after she's killed Tadbury. And she falls down onto the ground, dead.
That's 7 again.
No, because it was already told 7 times.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that would be 8.
if you if we're still counting, yeah.
Well,
So
technically still B7 because she counted as one of the 7.
Yeah.
the fine print on this whole spell thing is very unclear whether or not bringing people come back and then kill them again counts
Because
as 2 or is it
LaRue
1?
didn't count.
Does it count as any? Who knows? So
That's right. LaRue did not get a bell rung for him.
He did
When
not. Because it was
right.
Miss What's Her Face and Harvey.
Definitely got 7 now. And the outside, you guys hear the same thing happening just after Pat has witnessed it. There are gibbering abominations crawling all over Venice right now, and you guys are trapped within the mausoleum. And the librarian kind of turns to Pat and says, "Look, now you've got nothing to lose."
Please shoot him. What would Pat do?
You're right, buddy. We don't got nothing to lose. And my promise still stands. I find your kid, your daughter, your wife. I'll get them out. You have my word. I shoot him in the face.
All right. He, rather that one. You just blast up his face, and he stumbles backwards. Brain matter, viscera, flying in all directions. But it's only part of the chaos that is swimming underneath your feet right now. Also, all of you can roll me sanity checks. And Nancy rolled a nat 1. Oh, it's good to be bad, my friends. So good to be bad.
I failed.
Okay, and Pat succeeds. Very nice. So, Nancy loses 1 sanity. Not bad.
Okay, good. I'm not at a perma yet. Thank God.
Evelyn loses 3. Sorry,
I'm
Evelyn.
at 20.
Oh,
Man.
oh, that tastes like victory. Okay. So you
I've
go.
lost 24 sanity since I last slept.
Yeah. Basically, the sanity mechanic flameless. When you hit 0, you go permanently insane and essentially are no longer a player character. If you lose a certain amount of sanity each day, then you get temporary and/or permanent sanity, insanities rather, that the games master gets to decide upon. So it's pretty fun. So all of this chaos is swirling around you. Underneath your feet, there are maggots and worms. And you hear the gibbling growls of Gorkus creatures that are walking the night in Venice, and very distant screams of panic coming from the city itself. Evelyn and Nancy, what are you guys doing? You hear a gunshot outside as well.
I guess run back to Pat.
Where was, like he said, Tadbury was laying down, like on a slab?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like on the mausoleum slab?
Yeah.
She's gonna, like, just cross his arms, close his eyes, kick the
Take his
girl.
wallet.
She might take his wallet. She might.
Yeah, he's got some amount of money. Yeah,
All right.
$20.
And
Quid.
if he has an investigator's notepad for crimes, because he and what's
does.
his face have been tracking
He does have
that
notes.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
She'll take his notes, then do that, close the mausoleum doors, and then run.
I quite liked Tadbury.
I did too.
Yeah.
Pat.
So the two of you rush out of the mausoleum and try to avoid the gibbering tentacles that are rising their way out of the ground around you and snaking their way and snapping towards you with an elastic force. And all underneath your feet are the same crawling worms that Nancy now knows to be the remnants of people that Macria has sacrificed over the course of his centuries. There are thousands, millions of them. The level of human suffering which Macria must have put people through is incalculable. And you return to Pat's to find him having blown apart the librarian's face, and he's lying dead on the floor.
He slipped.
So did a little girl who pokes Tadbury's eye into his brain.
Tadbury's dead.
Aye. Little girl that was reanimated. Killed him.
Well, fucked up there, ladies. I can't help but think that the burning of Venice might have something to do with me.
I say we get out of here.
I would agree. Do we go back to what's his face's hotel room, or do we just try to get back to the train?
Well, I would guess his hotel room is probably en route to the train. So
Potentially. Aye. We should go.
yeah,
This has gone to shit, guys.
this went to shit 2 episodes ago. Let's call a spade here. I mean,
This is super shit.
But it's
Let's be
episode
real.
1, season 1. Okay. So the plan is to work your way through the maze and to stop by the hotel, have a little stop by along the way, and then get back on the train.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you want me to navigate through the...
Yeah, let me navigate.
There was like the those potions that gave us back sanity, right?
Sure. Quote potions.
I failed.
Whatever.
Lord in them. Yeah. So Evelyn is having a tough time tracking through the chaos here.
I can track.
Okay, so Pat can follow his own trail back. The thing is that it's difficult with all of the worms around and the floor, make the kind of obscuring the tracks. But you do manage to rush through them, escaping many of the tenebrous tentacles that are chasing you, and kind of slapping their way around on the floor as well, seeking a target. You guys return to the mansion, which is currently being pulled apart by the creatures or entity that Macria seems to control, and it's being physically torn down at this point. You hear a scream from inside that you suspect might be of Charleston, or potentially one of the Gramanchi family. There is no car, so you will have to run. Yeah, just pegging it at this point.
We have no choice.
All right, so you guys rush down from the Garanchi household back into Upper Venice itself, all the while trying to escape these creatures. And the level of carnage which is going on in Venice right now is, again, incalculable. It's similar to a full-on war going on right now, as houses are being torn apart. You see people getting ripped asunder in the streets, their bodies being torn literally in twain, as well as animals as well. You know, people's dogs and cats, they do not escape the carnage of Macria either, and they are similarly torn apart whilst you guys are rushing through trying to escape. Cars are crashing into the tentacles and do not seem to be able to get far, so actually going on foot is potentially the safest way of traveling. You see the hotel which the librarian lived at. It is being torn apart. It's possible you could run into the almost burning building to try and salvage something.
I had stepped away at that moment. What was it that he said he had in his cabinet?
Essentially laudanum.
Oh, okay.
Now, he said that it was laudanum, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can find.
You
some
can
of
find
that
it elsewhere.
All right, let's just go to the train.
Okay. So you rush past and head onto the train, which is making a hurried departure. Many of its staff are being murdered currently, and so as are the passengers as they're trying to board. So it's an all-out riot panic to get aboard the Orient Express. And as we see you guys arriving on the scene, one gigantic tentacle just slams itself onto one of the carriages and crushes it apart. And you recognize that one as being the carriage that you guys were staying in. And on that bombshell, as you guys attempt to flee Paris, that's where we're going to be wrapping up tonight's episode of Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express. Oh, that was a fun game. Good game. Good game. How you guys feeling?
Listen, Will, I know you, and I know we were going in the house, and Charleston was going to be in there dead for the 7th person. I knew it. So I accept 70% of responsibility for Tadbury's death.
Better Charleston than Tadbury.
Fuck Tadbury. He was never making it out of here anyway. He's not going to give us an
We
NPC.
shipped them. No, it was a thing.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
You ruined everything.
I mean, I cannot confirm that Charleston was ever going to be dead or Tadbury was ever going to be dead. There's always a chance. There's always a chance for you to save. But when you make crushing mistakes like
Venice had 0.0 chance of making it out of this thing.
Oh, there
sure,
was.
Venice did, but I mean,
If you'd have saved some of those nat 20s, maybe something could have been done. Maybe if some different decisions
I did
were
have one
made.
nat 20 sitting in the wings and didn't do a shit.
They are resigned to their fate, my friends. They are resigned. It's the only way to live with the guilt of knowing that it's their fault, is to blame it on some otherworldly force such as me. But that was a fun game, guys. If you enjoyed it, please do let us know.
Great.
If you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. We're going to be sticking around for some D&D 5e, and we're heading over to the Forge of Fury. Tales from the Yawning Portal here. Mr. Ben Counters DMing, he's in chat at the moment. So we're very much looking forward to that. But let us dive back round the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? And all that good nonsense. So let's start with Greg. I think who is, the man to blame for today already.
My name is Simon LeBon. I am not Greg. I'm somebody else. Had a great time. This is a great game to play. I love when I screw up because I will beat myself up for the next 2 or 3 years about that, and I love it. That's why I play role-playing games, because I'm obviously not perfect, and Pat isn't, and I will absolutely sprung like a leopard on that moment. And I can't believe it took me a minute and a half to realize that that's the reason why he let Tadbury stay back there. Whatever. It's perfect, man. You I loved it. I love this game. I love playing with you guys. You guys are super awesome. If Evelyn is like John Wick. She does the coolest possible shit multiple times this season and last season. It's just the best. Had a blast. Grimjack21502 on Twitch and Twitter. You can see me here, obviously, doing Call of Cthulhu, and on Monday nights from 4 to 7 Eastern doing Journey to Middle Earth. I play Rally Rushlight, who I believe is going to maybe have a little ongoing sum-up series in letter form happening on the website, I think. And, man, just, and I'm on from 12 to 1 Eastern every day doing stupid games and stuff, but this is where it's at, man. It's always been where it's at. Love it.
Fantastic. I'll drop a channel there for you guys. Lindy.
That was insane. Especially when we started off tonight and Evelyn and Harvey weren't there, and it was like, all right,
We're fine.
let's do this.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, that was insane. I got a few good shots in it. Nancy, I think she's getting better with the pew pew. She's kind of getting a bit tougher, a bit less she's just whatever at this point. But yeah, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Laugh Love Lindy. I stream Dungeons and Dragons on Tuesday nights. I'm here on Wednesday during the day. And if I have a voice tonight, I will be playing some video games. But other than that, I'll have some cosplay streams probably Friday, maybe an extra one this weekend.
Fantastic. And Haley.
I wasn't sure my mic was muted or not. This was a stressful episode yet again. It's like every episode, you know? Just, oh my god. That's like the only words that I can get out to describe this. Just, oh my god. But I am the Great Haley on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I stream Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And yep.
And yeah.
I was gonna say something else, but I don't stream that day anymore.
Oh, gotcha. Oh man, well, yeah, that's where we're